Well, hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Wednesday. So glad you're here. We've got an incredible show. It is a very special night. If you love What's New Wednesdays, well, obviously we've been doing a mini-series for several months where we have something new and fresh and exciting. Today is all about the very, very, very best. And we've got a little assortment, actually, of really our favorites of what's new. And if you recall, let's see, weeks ago, we had a very special What's New Wednesday. I would say probably your favorite of them all, which was a very well-known stone. Well-known in the sense that we usually know we can't get it. And we usually know it's one of the rarest in the world. Even if you're more or less a casual gem aficionado, well, we have a very special one individual item today in red beryl, and it's actually earrings. Now, here's the deal. I've had a couple earrings that have been here in the past that I haven't shown you because they were literally so small that, you know how red beryl is. It's a small stone. If you're going to get a faceted stone of gem quality, it tends to be a couple of points max. Well, we had some earring studs. They were over, I'm not kidding, they were over $5,000 and they were literal specs. So I thought, that's going to be a tough ask. They're really small earrings. They're really, really beautiful stones. We understand their rarity, but that's a lot to ask. We're going to bring you some bigger stones today, actually bigger stones, and the way we've added to them is really special as well because they have yellow and white diamonds. So taking a rarity like one of the rarest in the world and making it even more rare. That's what we're going to have today on the way. So red beryls are here, just a pair of earrings, amazing. But there's also one of our favorites is red spinel, these pinky reds, these neon reds. I've got our museum masterpiece today, which is our largest museum merengue. So that's coming up in a marquise cut. So say it with me, museum masterpiece, marquise merengue. And it is an incredible value. So we'll see that on the way as well. Also, tanzanite's here. We got a couple of tanzanites to show you. A very large diamond bangle. It's going to have over 4.5 carats in diamonds among just 13 stones. So halfway across your wrist, beautiful everyday style, lots of gold because they're all bezel sets. We'll have that. And if you are a mandarin garnet fan, it is the summer season. We are loving our neons and our brights and our lighter colors. Well, I have a very, very special trio of mandarin garnets. We're going to make them very, very affordable and more affordable than they've ever been. There are two stones that are really known as being the most expensive out in the marketplace right now. It is mandarin and Paraíba, both of which I have tonight. Not just the mandarin wheel, we're also going to see one incredible Paraíba value for you also on the way. So looking forward to all of that. And of course, if you have any requests, get those in. We're happy to help you out. And we got a lot of one-of-a-kinds to get through. And you know we're going to start with something very, very special, super elite as far as rarity, quality, and how about that value? Come on in. If you know you need a big value, you don't even know what this is yet, but trust me, it's not something everybody has or everybody gets to have. We're going to make it extremely affordable here right now. Take a look at this. This is color changing speen, and it's 112-8442 coming up right now, and it's our 94 point, just under a carat, what we call the light 1 carat. It's 94 points in the oval, elongated, and then I love this almost like band meets starburst design where it's got this really special look of recessed diamonds that are separated in this beautiful firework effect. Maybe that's it. We are all thinking about, gosh, we're only about 10 days away from the big celebration, the 4th of July, America's birthday party. So here it is, which always has, well, if it's speen, it's always going to have a lot of fireworks within, highly dispersive stone, giving you all those colors, but also a green and a red color changing property, but also 71 points in diamonds also. And so all of that you can see there recessed among those two wider bands on the outside, also done in diamonds. Then you got your elongated stone here, a color changing phenomenal gem. So excited to have you with us tonight because this is going to be a party you do not want to miss. We are partying all night long. We do every Wednesday through Sunday. We got you your weeknight parties. We got your weekend parties. We're got you covered. And if you love a rarity like this, well, it used to be way back when it was $29.99, and that's not bad at all. But you've got a very special opportunity to save a bundle here tonight and get your favorite speen. And again, an exotic, a specialty, and you see those bright pinks and those yellows and those oranges, the reds as well. Well, that's all coming from this stone that is one of the few that can boast a higher dispersion level than diamond. It's on the hand because we always like to show you what it looks like on. And of course, it's in the yellow gold. It'll stay that way. So although you don't see a lot of gold, look at that. It's all covered in diamonds from side to side. So that's really going to be the main event, but you're getting that speen perched atop that wider band, set with diamonds. Let's make it a really affordable opportunity. Better than 29 or 19. It is one in the world. That's why you want to call and quickly, okay? Got to be in as quickly as you can here. We've got to move a lot. There are going to be 100 a couple items today. Maybe 100 a couple. That doesn't make sense. About a couple hundred, actually, in the items here. I got to tell you, I'm really glad that we're going to get through all this jewelry. We got one of a kinds, and this one, $9.99. That's it. $9.99. I mean, any component. Take the labor, the gold, the stone, or the diamond separately, and there's no way to do that for $999. So hopefully it gives you an idea of what we're going to see all throughout 3 big hours in this live show. So call me on that one. We can have sized for you no matter what you need, and it'll be right out to you. So that is your, I hope, meant to be for our collectors out there. And there's going to be Congo tourmaline. We got some really pretty two-tone diamond earrings that are going to have all white diamonds but 2 tones of gold. So really versatile style to wear, and they're this great big designer style. Don't those feel lavish and lovely? So those are coming up for you. We love our big designer earrings of late. New tanzanite. I've got some new fancy cuts for you, but that is the way to get in as quickly as you can. So $999. All right, let me know if you'd like to go ahead and add that one to your collection. Also, I know we've been seeing a couple of late in the rare cornflower blues. Look at this, true cornflower blue sapphire. It's a gigantic stone. It's almost 3 carats, so that doesn't happen very often. We also have some really pretty gold quartz that's here too. Gold quartz in a big pendant. Oh, and I forgot to mention, we have a little surprise here for you. We have, let me just show them to you. We're not going to wait. The color change spin is here, but that usually happens with the first item. I could put up the Hope Diamond for $1 and it'd probably be here, but look at this. This is wild. Are they big cufflinks? No. We actually have the largest leopard opal. Oh my gosh, these are so pretty. They're the coolest stones ever. Forgive our wheel. We tried to repair the other one. It was thought to be repaired. It's still not. So anyway, we're dealing with a little bouncy, shanky, like a little bounce house of a wheel here. But I got to tell you, what's bouncing are the colors out of that leopard opal. This has been one of our favorites to see. Is anything in leopard opal. The rings, the pendants, but also it seems like the earrings have been of particular interest, and we are so excited to have these. 113-1506 is the number, brand new right now. Let me know on that color change screen if you'd like to go ahead and get it, but this is 25 carats, 34 of leopard opals. There's one source in the world for this tremendous material that is really, really special, okay? So we've got one source. I think that's why, you know, even if you are a jewelry lover, collector, jewelry shopper from way back when, and you've shopped everywhere, and you've shopped retail, and you've shopped stores, and you've shopped everywhere imaginable, you know this is not something you see very often. I know that I was delighted to bring you the first of their kind not all that long ago. It wasn't all that long ago, and to get over 12 carats, really, again, 12 and a half, 12 karat 60 in that range on either stone that are so really well coordinated when we don't have really control over that. It's not as much about looking through a million stones and selecting 2 that match. With this material, you really never see any that match. So finding Mother Nature that made 2 larger stones, which are the largest we've had, times 2 because we have them matched together and coordinated beautifully. And if you've not heard of this and wondered about this pattern and what kind of artist incorporates this pattern, well, it's not an artist at all unless you consider Mother Nature an artist, and I think she is, because this is where we had that really, really special opal material. You see all the colors of opal coming through this black basalt rock pattern. Only happens in Sinaloa, Mexico, and it's really, really, really rare. And these big earrings, wait till you see them on. We had to put the omega backs on. I think the other great thing is we kept them very wearable by not adding any diamonds. Really, it didn't need them. There's so much life and personality to the stones themselves. I don't think they need much else as far as design, but we gave them a lot of gold, so you get this really pretty appearance. All right, so we're gonna take a look, and I'll try one on because you gotta see the size of them. But they're really meant to sit, I know they're seeing east-west now, they're gonna sit more north to south when they're on your ear, okay? So you've got a really simple wearable style. When we show them to you this way, you'll get an idea here of, well, we all love the omega back because, again, nothing extra to worry about as far as backings, but then you see here the length of that earring, and look at this. They have been going very quickly, so please dial early. I know all of our leopard opals we had, especially in earrings, have gone fast, so make sure you get on those lines very quickly with the 3/4 inch in the length. There's that omega back, but you can see that bezel set, which also reveals a lot of the stone from the back side also, so you can just marvel at their beauty that is natural. And then we'll try one on. So 3/4 of an inch in length, omega back closure. That's just a really nice hinge. It just allows that backing to really snap into place and then comfortably rest up against the ear. If you've never had an omega back, well, you're probably going to be, I almost am hesitant to show them because so many times when you get an omega back from TVON, the new response is, can I have everything in Omega back from here on out? And that rarely is something we can do for you. So again, it's like something I'd love to do, but the truth is you don't usually see that. Look at how beautiful those are from a distance, seeing that amazing color they're giving, even from this distance away, and all the colors, which look like, you know, the lightning ridge stones we love to see, but then you've got all that cool pattern that gives you like a leopard print, and that's Mother Nature. So pretty incredible, isn't it? Let's go back, but I love that Omega back's necessary, and you can't do everything in an Omega back. You really can only work it with a stone that is larger, an earring that is larger. You certainly have that here. I've never seen so much purple coming through either on our leopard opal. So let's give them away. It's a fun earring, yet I feel like it's got a casual vibe and doesn't get too dressy, and yet wear them with everything. And we're really, really excited to have you with us tonight when you see these values where they're not going to be $69.99 earrings. And that's the best part of all, dropping that price down, giving away some jewelry. I can't say everything is brand new, but I've got about 20 brand new pieces today to share with you, including even something in Tahitian pearl that is really, really affordable, okay? So here's what we've got, and your last call on a brand new item when they're not even. 6,000, 5,000. When you think about 25 plus carats, pretty impressive, solid gold, white gold's how they stay. And if you move them, I'll try to just replicate how they're going to move a little bit. When you see them, when they're on, you're going to see a lot more colors than just how they're swaying back and forth now. So let's go ahead and take them down below even 5, 4, or $39.99, and these are massive stones, and yet wearable, a little bit of drop, but not movement drop. This is not a drop earring in the sense that it's got all kinds of articulated parts in pieces. It's not like that. It's really wearable, and we're going to make them just, you know, I was going to do $29.99. Let's keep it going. Keep the party playing all night, and yet this is one of those things where, again, if you're dialing in early, you're going to be the one that's rewarded so beautifully here, especially when we're taking them less than 29. Keep on going. I'm thinking back to a big moment last week when we were able to really drop some prices for you. I'm going to make this $2,699 for one caller, and there are only leopard opals that we have right now. This is brand new right in this moment. This is all we have in the entire collection of leopard opals here with us, and yet $26.99. Okay, so remember our spin is here from earlier. That was quite the ring. Even if you want it for the mounting, I had someone buy something last weekend for the mounting. They were like, I see the values, I know what pieces cost, I'm going to grab it just for the mounting. And you can do that. That last mounting, remember that 71 points in diamonds, and that last one for $9.99. And now here we are with this fabulous earring for just $26.99. Okay, so we've got new gold quartz, the most stunning Australian opal. I do have a huge gold quartz pendant too, which is just a really chic design, feels very updated and fresh. And then speaking of updated and really unique, can I show you this? Because I know a lot of us are going, I've seen it all in jewelry. There's nothing you can show me, Lola. It's going to be something different. Look at this. I'm in love with this ring. Now, I love combinations, and I know that not everybody is into combinations. But those of us that are usually the ones who aren't afraid to have a little something stand out. This is that piece. No doubt about it. It is fire opal in the most stunning, unique cut. Have you ever seen a cut like this? And usually, I mean, it's taking its cues from the Marquise cut, but it does that leveled off tip at the point, top and bottom. And so you get this really fresh, it's really technically a hexagon. It's got 6 sides, but then you get those extra fancy cut tanzanites. Have you ever seen this combo? The cherry red neon oranges of fire opal with the blues and the purples of tanzanite together, as you see it here. Take a look. It's a one-of-a-kind ring, and it's a 3-stone, but unlike what we normally see. And this cutting is really bringing the fire, isn't it? You can really see what's coming out. I mean, the glows of this stone, 113, 1493 is the number. Something else brand new for you. And what a beauty this is. I mean, this is the kind of new and exciting jewelry that we've been waiting for. And yet very distinctive, a little bit more tapering to these tanzanites on the sides than we usually see. And it's a 2-carat 18. Fancy cut on the fire opal in the center. Your 34 points of your fancy cut in the tanzanites, and all in solid yellow gold. And just everything about it, the way they're set, little points of the prongs that really, I think, bring out the different fancy cuts that you're seeing there. And then, of course, the yellow gold setting. It's such a great 3-stone style. Here's what it looks like on the hand for you. Side to side, because you see nice bigger stones there. So it's really going to have that side to side presence. By the way, that's the merengue. that is our museum masterpiece that's blowing out today. So we're going to do that must go. But this is our 3-stone fire opal tanzanite combo there. Bright as can be, just those juicy, cherry, bright, orangey reds for you. And a huge value, but you got to call me now. We've only got the one, and it's a blowout for our first couple of minutes here as we celebrate. I know we're just getting started on the week, big week ahead. Got a really huge one. And so it's really exciting to have you with us to get a little jump start, get those precious pieces that nobody else who joins us later is going to get a chance to own. And that's how it works. And yet this is a really, really special $11,000. I'm not going to get that. $10,999. I'm just simply not. It's too early for that. We've got our 34 points in tansies. Those are extremely important. Look at the way, you know, it's, for a lot of you, you're going to go 17 points. Okay, big deal. But then you look and you realize there's that gorgeous splash thanks to that cutting, that really pretty way that they present. Then you've got this fire opal. It's showing, it's got a lot of those really fuchsia pinks. It's got a lot of reds and yellows and goldens and oranges as well. It's not 10,000. We get to take it a lot lower than that. Welcome in to our big Wednesday night. This is when we kick off a week. We get you a great big value on everything, especially these brand new, which I cannot say enough about, these really creative designs that really have the look of, even if you're new to the jewelry world, everybody knows when you see this design, it's custom, custom, custom. There's nobody else in the world that's going to have a ring like this. It's totally bespoke from the cuts of the stones. I mean, when you think about the origins of how this ring would have all come together and the fancy cuts of the stones and then bringing them together and then matching those tanzanites and then putting it together with the right geometrics that match visually, just aesthetically, it has to match properly to the cutting of the center stone. And it does. I don't know if the tanzanite angles would look great with a pear-shaped stone or a traditional round or a traditional, you know, even an emerald cut. It would be a little off. So I love the way that all these fancy cuts come together. We're just going to do something wild here. Let me know if you like it. It's $49.99 best case scenario. I'll tell you what, I'm going to take it even lower than that. We're not going to do that. We're just going to make sure some pieces go. We've got a really, really special assortment, but it's pretty much one of a kind throughout the show. Got a lot of those for you coming your way. But this is not $49 or $39 or $29.99. If I'm ready to move jewelry, and boy, am I. I've been waiting all weekend for this. And I say our weekend, you know, our weekend is Monday, Tuesday. So again, I was with you shopping on the weekend, and boy, did we shop up a storm. And now we're ready to do it again because I got the values, and yet this is going to be better than $29. Let's keep on going. We've got a big, big value on around every curve and turn here. And this one's going to be $2,699. I'm taking an extra discount on everything for you guys, whether there's a banner below on the screen that says it or not. So that's what I'm doing. $26.99, first caller there, just to really make sure that we can keep the sale prices going, keep all the events you love going, even on, yes, brand new items that are brand new to us today. And that one's going to be our first one to go. Also, I just want to remind you this amazing turquoise that we have, that's the largest gold mounting and the largest diamond weight. We have it around turquoise is here. So I just want to remind you that feels like summertime, bold and designer. So that one's here and that's coming up shortly. So I'm just going to give you some heads up on what's to come so you know what to dial in early as we go right back, because that was just a little flashy flash. You know, it's a live show. I'm titled it, yeah, you want that one? Fire opal? Or which one? Fire or the leopard opals. We had two opals back to back that are totally different. Leopard opals and fire opals. And I have, okay, fire opal's gone. Let me show you these earrings on the hand here. And this is backed by popular demand. So I'm going to move that fire opal side and we're going to show you 1117989. So this is our 111 number here that goes way, way back. This is like a door knocker style of sorts in our earring that has this nested mobile design. You can see the two there. Another great geometric shape, more like squatty pairs here that you have top and bottom, but the movement's incredible. 67 points in diamonds in white gold. They are pavé. They do have a post and a butterfly backing that's going to come with them in that white gold. They stay in the white gold, and we'll give you an up close look after I give you the measurement. So we're doing this where it's really just an important look where you've got that, yeah, there's a little, I was suspecting a little more than 1.25 inches, and they are. They're 1 inch and almost a half, but we'll call it 1 3/8 inches there. So a really special look. I will show you one up close as best I can. There's a lot of movement to these earrings, so they're going to just, this is just to give you your little bit of close up on all that pavé. There's a very subtle millgrain work here. I would say it's extremely subtle, but you can still see it's a little bit of a texture. It's just like a fine millgrain. And then let me just show you one on, because I'm aware they don't sit all that well, but just to see what they look like on here, I'll show you there just to give you an idea of how they will move and how their length is. And not to mention the open work you're going to see when they're on the ear at the top portion. You're going to see a lot of open work there, which is lovely. And then that swing and movement of those two lower pieces there that are like that, again, that nested design. So really special piece here. Let's go ahead and blow them out. They're affordable and they're lightweight. These are not really heavy or oversized or anything like that. That's how they face up, at least one half of it. And so you can see all that pave work that they have, top, bottom. It's really all the way through. But we're making these under $1,000. And I know any earring with gold under $1,000 is just about an impossibility in today's day and age, but we're going a lot lower than even $999 or $888 or $777. It's a lesson in dialing early. Here we go again. That's going to be, actually, let's make them better than $699 too. Just send them out, keep it going. Thank you on that fire rope. I can't wait to hear who got that, because that's Deborah. Thank you, Deborah. You will love it. Girl after my own heart. Those combination unique pieces, you know you're the only one in the world that has it. Love that. Let's actually make these $599 instead, and that'll be a lot easier. $599, another big savings on the white gold earrings, and that will be it. So very important. They'll be gone in a flash. Of course, that's going to be our white gold only, and then they go right out to you. No sizing needed on earring. We just throw those backs in a box or gently place them in a box all perfectly for you, and then we get them out to you. So they're on their way tomorrow to you. So that's exciting as well, plus that big turquoise. And then I've got one of the rarest stones in the world coming up for cheap. And that doesn't happen very often. We're going to see Windsor Sapphire. Plus I have a guess that stone moment here as well. What's this stone, and what do you think this could be in this wild design that's floral, but a very cool avant-garde type of floral. It doesn't look like your kitty jewelry. There's a lot of floral designs that I feel like look very juvenile, and they look like something that a 3-year-old should be wearing. And sometimes, you know, that's okay. You know, that's kind of fun and whimsical, but I really like a sophisticated floral pattern, because I think florals can be, again, there's a lot of range in floral styles. And this is one of the, I think, really pretty ones that we do here, as far as giving you a lot of gold, a lot of diamond pave, but also the open work and the more exploded floral, which just means really, again, kind of a pop art type of feel, less whimsy, more sophistication to it. But that's a really rare stone. And anybody guess what that is? Yellow sapphire, perhaps, yellow diamond, maybe an orangey type diamond. It certainly looks that way. We're actually giving you one of the rarer colors of this gem family that you don't see very often. This is orange golden tourmaline. It's like a yellow mixed with a little bit of a marigold, so really getting into those rich saturated golden tones we love. It's 112-6243. Call me on those earrings, because, well, I think those are gone. I think so. I think somebody's grabbing the earrings. We'll find out. We'll let you know. But this is our 146. Item number is 112-6243. It's our 146 oval yellow tourmaline. This is Congolese jaunite, but with a real decidedly golden type of hue. It's very saturated, much more saturated than sometimes pieces are in the yellow world of gems. Whether it's tourmaline, diamond, or anything else, they tend to be a little less saturated. This one's got a nice deep golden color to it, but it's also 41 points in diamonds with a pave every which way, which look incredible. Did our earrings go? Okay, not, or yes, yes, they did. Thank you so much. Enjoy the earrings. And now we're talking about a really rare tourmaline. Yellow gold, this one stays as well. So just need to know your ring size. That's about it. And then here it is on the hand, because watch this. It's a much bigger ring than you might expect. It's got a lot of size to it, certainly, and it looks incredible, doesn't it? It's a little too big. I'll show it the other way. I feel like it does have a top and a bottom. I feel like that's, to me, that just visually looks proper. But again, play with it when you get it at home and get ready for this big value. Here's where you collect one of the rarer of the tourmaline family, because we know that pinks and greens are more commonplace. And then really getting into things like blue greens and purples and, you know, orangey stones like this, gold and orange. Those are the far more rare. Rubellite reds are really rare. So this is where we get into one of those rarer collectible stones of this family that we know well, because we support this family a lot in gemstones. We showcase them often, and yet we're going to bring it down to $9.99. Just a nice little giveaway on a really big, beautiful, almost like blown up style, just a really pretty pop art kind of feel to your luxury, but then the $9.99 price tag that no one would ever believe that you would pay, even if that were like a plated metal or like faux CZs. I mean, it's really, really, really rare to see that kind of level of rarity all brought together in a really beautiful designer ring for that price tag. So well done if you get it, $9.99. And then, go ahead, Jason. Oh, okay, from earlier tonight. That was our first item. All right, so that means that all that's left so far from the show would be those big leopard opal earrings and, of course, our golden tourmaline, but we still got to give that a couple seconds. And then we'll see who's got that one. Also, if you like rarity for affordability all together, I'm going to show you one of those really, really rare stones, and it is oh, this one is good. And I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, or okay, I'm a lot of a perfectionist because I personally I'm just really so proud to have this one, but I've already made a little notation here. I'm gonna have the stone tweaked a little bit just to center it up perfectly for you. But this is really an exciting stone. And actually I'm gonna show you two different ways because I feel like this other angle might show you a little bit more of the purple color. It's a reddish pink sapphire, but because it's from this famed Windsor mine, it's actually got a very distinctive pattern of purple, blue inside of the stone. It's zoned with two colors. So usually zoning happens in sapphires and it's not a great thing because it's all in one color. This is actually really, really rare because it's only been found in one place on the planet. It's unheated material and it gives you a whole new color introduced into what here is a fuchsia red pink, but then you see it also has this really spectacular, it's an emerald cut, which is usually what they are, so they show up and you can see the individual types of colors that you have, but you see here how beautiful. 112-6783 is the number on this one, and then our Jonite is here for the moment, but again, everything's going after the fact, and that's usually pretty typical, so don't wait too long because usually it's a couple of seconds. And here we are with our very, very special 75-point square in this really stunning, let me just check here, 6783. Yeah, I do have white gold, but it's a 75 pointer. But the 7 points is correct. So 75 points on the stone and 7 points on the diamonds, okay? And that's gonna be our white gold only. And so we'll just correct that carat weight, but that's a really beautiful square emerald cut. You could see here from different angles that that is gonna have that real purpley blue element at the top portion here. Obviously you can place it on the bottom if you'd like. And then a lot of gold. There's quite a bit of gold here despite its cutout details. It's got a lot of gold from top to bottom. You see this great rope texture, top and bottom. There's all this really pretty, like again, a subtle mill green that's etched in to all these curves in this filigree, and then a lot of big diamonds as well. Those diamonds are 7 points, but they're all bigger stones. So there's just not a lot of them because we use the bigger stones there. So really impressive. And then you've got the option to have it sized where you're gonna wear it anywhere on the finger. It's a little bit smaller than what I wear, but I'm gonna put it on anyways because I don't think it's probably a pinky ring just because it's so wide. And so that's what it looks like from a distance. Stays in the white gold, but this is a real rarity. And again, only one place in the world's ever produced them. And let's look at it like we do any other sapphire, a 75 pointer. And hi, Judy, thank you so much. Judy B, thank you for the email. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's really tough to type and talk at the same time, but I can definitely get back to you. I can get back to you within the next couple minutes after the show ends. No problem, but thank you for your kind words, Judy B. Thank you, I appreciate that. Let's talk about 75 points in the square unheated. Again, bicolor, unheated, all the rarities, but also any 75 pointer that you have in the sapphire world is going to be rare. It's a good sized stone, and yet now you're getting the rare, it's like, you know what it reminds me of is the pinky reds we saw out of the cashmere mine. If you've seen any of my cashmere sapphires I've showcased here, this has very much that color in that pinky red, and then that really special addition of the purples as well. So all of that, one little price tag, we're gonna make it $999 just to try it. Just gonna see it out the door for $999 when there's clearly much more gold than that price tag. When you look at what's there in that bigger size and styling there, you can see that should be more for just the gold, and yet white gold with a great contrast with the pinkies and the reds and the purpley blues that you have there, but such an amazing look. And of course that nice wide band. Now I do recommend do not size down on this one because it's still going to have that wider back, even though it tapers a little bit. It's still going to have a little bit of a wider ring and feel overall. So please just keep that in mind. I would not go down. I'd go true to size on this one. Don't go down. Don't think like, oh, it's cut out details, I'm going to size down at all. You really don't want to do that because it's still got a lot of width across the board. So that one's $9.99. Let's take a look at these gorgeous earrings. These have been vastly marked down, and there's a million and one ways to wear them just based on how you're going to rotate them on the ear. So let's take a look. This gives you a lot of versatility. Also because yellow and white gold. So that makes it exciting, easy to wear. I think a lot of us like to mix and match, but it's always nice to have one piece of jewelry that ties it all together. But there's a left and a right design, and this is really how I think they're intended to go, where they would be that centered up, where you have that more rectangular design, that's really centered up. and then that extra white diamond, almost feathery look would flare out from the face. So I'm thinking like this, and of course they don't sit for me that way when they're on the wheel, but I'm thinking like either direction like that would be lovely. So that's really, but you can play with them if you like more of an ear crawler look, they can certainly do that as well. But this is a really luxury earring that we have not seen more than once before, and you might remember they were $79.99 back at that time. So this is 112-1333. Easy and simple here. You've got this really, I mean, that is just, wait till you see them on, because obviously it's doing no justice here to see them all different directions on the wheel. And also the size is so impressive here. And do call me on that Wednesday, because obviously not a lot of people in the world get a Windsor Sapphire. I don't know of anybody else who brings them outside of TVON. So very excited and delighted to bring those to you. But here it is. This is how I'm envisioning it. Something like this, where that flare, you see how that happens? And you can obviously wear them. Do you see how I just made it more squared off and then it's more rectangular? So depending on which direction do you want it to flare out, this is the kind of option you have. See how that gives you more width? And then if you rotate it just a bit, this gives you a little bit more length. So it's really something that left and a right design, but you're gonna play when you get them at home and see what you like better and how they look best on you. But that's 3/4 of an inch top to bottom. They have a post and butterfly backing, but you can see there's gonna be plenty of piercing coverage there as well because of the way you have that really special, again, that little dip, that little drop to the post itself. And then let me see, do I have the right one here? I'm going to grab the other one because I think that's going to sit more the way I envision it on the ear so that we can model it for you. But that's what they look like up close. You can see it's a series of baguettes and rounds. That famed designer we love that does all these really what we call the illusion settings. They're very popular. We've been doing some blowouts lately on them, which makes them even more popular because they're definitely, it's an expensive earring. Now here's how I envision it, just to see that flare design, see how that goes out. But like we said, you can really just kind of go and switch it up a little bit here. And if you want to have maybe maybe you want to angle more the yellow gold portion and have the diamonds go straight down, you can do that as well. But that's really how, see how there's one flat edge? I would really look towards putting that flatter edge that's more straight up and down towards the sides of the jawline there. And then you get that flared out design, which is so lovely. Let's go back to the wheel. You're going to get one big value. There's only one pair, and this is a huge superstar deal. So make sure you're ready to go because these earrings, I will tell you, never stick around. We've had a lot of them just in white gold. This is that rare occasion where it's 18 karat white and yellow together. Love that. Anyone else notice that big upgrade you're getting? The 18 karat's a big upgrade, especially when it's a larger earring at 3/4 of an inch. And they were $69.99, as I said, but they've only been a long, boy, it's been a long, long haul since we last had these. $69.99 is where they were at. We're going to bring that way down. Trust me, they're going to be affordable. And I know that $69.99 price makes you think maybe the best case scenario, we're talking still $3,000 or $4,000. No, they are not. This is one pair. And again, I urge you, whenever you see anything you love, whether it's an earring, ring, any price point whatsoever, it is always best because chances are it's a really good possibility it's a one of a kind and they go fast. So we want to make sure you're ready and make sure you're on the phone lines. Get ready to go. Get in quickly. Let's make it a lot better than 69. I told you 3 or 4 would be about what's expected even on my best discount day. Here's what I'm going to do instead of 3,000 or 29 or 19. Got to move them. They're going to go in a hurry, and white, yellow together. That is such a beautiful arrangement so that you always have something that works with anything and everything that you wear and that you enjoy, and that's your tie it all together and that flared out design. So pretty. And yet bigger baguettes they do such an amazing way that they flare the light themselves. Let's make them even better. I think they may already be gone. That doesn't stop me from discounting it even further. I will always give you the best value. Not just about what would they sell for, what's a great deal compared to others. No. It's about the very best value always. So that's why I always say, I encourage you to even just say sold if you know you got to have it so you can get them before you miss out, even when the price comes even lower than 19 or 18 or 17. Keep it going. Yes, I will. We're going to make them $16.99 first caller. That's it though, only the one pair, and that'll be that, $16.99. Who's going to take them? And that big turquoise is still to come. We have one massive trillion cut tanzanite tonight, as well. So we're going to be a very, I know there's some great tanzanites. I've got a nice 3 carat for you, 3.5 or so. We have a bigger trillion. It's going to be 7.5 carats in size. We've got a really special zircon. Wait till you see my museum zircon piece that I've got. It's over 10 carats. And then we've got unheated diamond pink sapphire. Those earrings are going to be spoken for. Oh, I did bring out a new Sphene pendant, which I know they've been, anytime I bring a Sphene pendant, they go very quickly. Look at this sapphire. Wow. True diamond pink sapphire. We'll see that on the way. Earrings, I think, are going to Jason's collar, perhaps. Let me give you a little preview of that tanzanite trillion, because I think those are gone. And then here we go with this one. Wow, look at that. Neon, best of the best. There it is. Earrings are still here, actually, so you can get the earrings if you'd like to. There's the big tanzanite. Here's my huge turquoise. And it's not just the turquoise that's huge, it's the mounting around it. It is like a really nice, beautiful saucer-sized ring, which I'm all for because I like big jewelry, and yet this is done in a very old gold era that we do not, I tell you right now, there is no way this will ever be a design that is made again. Ever, ever. Even if gold were to, let's say, drop in half of where it is right now. Even if it dropped to $3,000 an ounce or $2,000 an ounce, you're not making this ring, because this ring is one of the largest. It's a huge overall. Think of it like, I love the way you're going to see the dimension. I'm going to show you from the side, because this is not flat. This is not a one-dimensional piece. It's sitting almost as if, you ever see like that, like you think of vintage pieces in decor, home decor, and you think about that beautiful like chaise lounge that's over in the corner of a really cool like living room, and there's the most opulent furniture, and it's velvet and tassels, and then there's that round pillow that's all embroidered, and maybe it's got a tassel and these really big buttons all set beautifully, right? That kind of look where it's all just tufted and it's all pleated, and it looks just, it looks like a pillow that costs more than a car. That kind of look, that's what this is designed as. But that pillow is all done in gold, and it's solid white gold, and it's just covered and covered in diamonds. This is like wrapping around this, think of it like a cylindrical style in a way, but I'm going to show you here. This is where it gives you the idea of, okay, so you basically got this twisted design, which then just turns into this beautiful, almost spinning look. It's 1114690. It goes way back when. Like I said, no hope of ever making this mounting again, just because it's going to be too pricey just in the gold itself before you start adding the 99 points in diamonds, and before you start giving it a 344 best of the best Sleeping Beauty turquoise. That's going to be where the challenge lies. But again, overall, it's a nice big ring that's got all this great finishing. And how about that? An extra design element. Talk about an under gallery. That's a beautiful one there, where you're seeing that finishing where it's like scroll work within hearts. 4 of them. Maybe there's a little hidden symbolism there. That's how I like my heart symbolism. I love that. Sometimes I've been known, I did a line many years ago where I put stones into the band, like I said, a stone burnished into the back of your shank, and then little symbols and engravings inside the band, like hearts and things like that, so that you could still have that lovely sentiment, that romance, without it screaming it from the rooftops. And this is that design where I love that it's hidden and tucked inside, still gives you some meaning that you see as the wearer every time you put it on. And speaking of, here it is on the hand, so you can see that size from a distance away. Here it is, voila, look at how beautiful that is. But that is definitely a sizable ring, but we're here to bring it down in the price tag to a new drop, a really exquisite value. Tons of gold, again, gonna depend on the size you get as far as the gram weight, otherwise I'd give that to you, but I gotta estimate it's gotta be about 15 grams of gold right now, maybe more, which is, you know, most rings have 2 to 3. So you've got a really exciting example here of what a hefty ring is all about. 344 on the large turquoise round, the diamonds that are wrapping around it. We're gonna blow it out right now. Best value I've ever had on this one, and it's coming down from that. And this is from years and years and years ago, almost a decade, when this was made. It was back then $89.99. To think that we're taking it lower in today's era, but of course, if it wasn't made today, then I'm not going to move it up to today's gold price. That seems a little bit unfair, seems a little bit, I wouldn't go as far to say unethical, but it certainly seems like not something that's necessary. It's why when you see, I always alert you, when you see an old item number, anything that starts with 111, or even at this point 112, you pay particular attention and you wait, because that price is going to drop way down from where it ever should be. And that's as simple as, well, it was made in a different gold era. So that's going to certainly help us, but that's your help price. Can you imagine what that would be today? We're going to actually take it significantly less than that and send it on out. It is only $1,000 $999 for this one ring. Turquoise, the summer anthem stone, if you will. If there was a gemstone for summer, it would be turquoise. Goes with absolutely everything, and yet $19.99, one only there, and that'll be it. So a really big night ahead. We've got so many exciting things, but that's the turquoise that, and it's my only turquoise, but it's also that really big, exciting mounting that I think this stone deserves. And we've got Tahitian pearl tonight, not Tahitian pearls. I'm gonna bring you a Tahitian pearl pendant. And it's got a big diamond too. So if you don't do the strands, but you'd like to try a pearl piece, listen, we're in the last few days of June. So we're gonna have some last minute June birthstone, which means pearl celebrations for you. And that's a big one tonight. All right, we gotta get to this sapphire. There's not a doubt in my mind. Now we do have the diamond pink. Here's the diamond pink. And that's beautiful. And that's gonna be a big size too. That diamond pink here is a 287. But can you believe it? I can go just almost as large in a true, electrifying, look at the brilliance, cornflower blue. I don't need to tell you if you've watched any of the shows in the last 2 weeks. I've had 2 cornflower blues. One was a heart shape, and the other, they both went so, look at this, oh my gosh, look at that clarity, and it's all unheated. So we've really touched on some high points there already. Just again, and I'm not one to just throw out names and descriptions because it makes it sound better or makes it more rare. I am only going to tell you it's a cornflower if it's a exact, and I'm talking, this is a very distinctive color. And if you don't mind, I'm going to get our camera refocused here so you can see the beauty of that stone. This is exactly the epitome. I think this looks more like the cornflower than the cornflower. And there's just something so alive and so bright and so beautiful about this stone. So I describe cornflower, and we're going to depict it for you because we have a photograph of why this is named this way and why this color is so distinctive and why it has to be this exact color, because it just is not a matter of, oh, it's bright or, oh, it's clean. It has to be more than that. When you have a true cornflower, it is all depicting a very certain color. You really, I've found that part of the beauty of having a cornflower blue is a lot of times that spark of clarity that it has. It's got to have that to really be and obtaining or achieving that optimal cornflower color. You really have to have that clarity. There's a little brightness and a little bounce to the stone. This is all unheated. It's a huge size. It's almost 3 carats. It's 113, 1530. And like most of our new items that we're showing you, they're going quickly tonight. So that's always the key. Dial in early so you're ready to go. Our turquoise is still hanging out as well if you'd like to go ahead and get it. But again, it's a Wednesday. We're getting everybody gathered. And by an hour or two in, everybody's going to realize, oh my gosh, it's Wednesday, it's TVON time. So here we go. You can't forget Wednesday, that big day. You got to be with us. Now here's 113, 1530. And again, it's only going to get busier as the night wears on because everybody's making that realization right now that, oh, I got to see what's new on a Wednesday night. But here is that exemplary 18 karat gold mounting. It does have a huge 2 carat 68 in that oval unheated cornflower blue, and I'm going to see if I can polish it while you look at the cornflower, because the cornflower is this distinctive. And here is that color. See that? Look at the petals. That's not a regular blue. It's not a cobalt or a royal or a turquoisey. And I'm not talking about the purple stamen in the middle. I'm talking about the petals of the cornflower. And now look at this. Do you see that? There is that exact, and I always say there's an element of a lavender undertone to the stones that I've noticed, and that is exactly what you see here, especially right through the middle. You see it right there gleaming. It's also 19 points in baguettes and 62 points in the rounds, so that's important as well. Love the tapered baguettes, almost scattered top and bottom there. There's a little divide between some of your tapered baguettes, top and bottom, as you see there. The rest of the way around brilliance, that's actually a double row around that halo to complete so that they can maintain and be the same width of the length of the baguettes. And then that'll be, of course, 81 points overall. So plenty to go around in the diamonds, finished on the inside. And again, that's what my tweezers keep sticking to, is that little inventory tag residue. So that'll be all taken care of. I know it looks unsightly on TV, but that's only because we're close up. You'd never even see that with your naked eye. But we get it all cleaned up and polished once it's sized for you. And then here we are ready to go ahead and blow it out. Now, I know any good cornflower, the general rule of the thumb is this: they go for about 10,000 a carat wholesale. Saw some in wholesale. I know June 1st was, I can't even believe that we're almost done with June, but June 1st was the last day of the JCK show. And I remember seeing some very, very important cornflowers. And the rule of thumb there, even in wholesale, 10,000 per carat. And obviously an exponential level is reached when you get anything over, they consider anything over 2 gigantic because it's sapphire. When was the last time you saw a 20 carat sapphire in the air? We don't see them. They're not a stone. We can bring you 20 carat tanzanites. I can't bring you 20 carat sapphires without going in and taking it, right out of a museum display. This is that ultimate high level. Now we've gone to almost 3 carats here. It's closer to 3 than it is to 2. So then it jumps, and they say once it jumps over 2,000, it usually goes to 20,000 a carat. And then once it jumps to 3, it goes to 30,000 a carat. So this is the kind of exponential scale. It's a really simple, easy to remember scale when it comes to sapphires, but particularly the cornflowers, which are by far the rarest of the blues as far as color goes. And so it's a Ceylon origin stone. That's the best modern day. We haven't seen anything better than Ceylon in the last 100 years. But you have all of that and this gorgeous mounting and 18 karat gold, and we are making it less than $25,000. And to be honest with you, I know it's brand new, so it's not technically, I got my museum masterpiece right there, but this is going to go on sale right now so that the collector out there who's been waiting for that sizable cornflower can go ahead and get it right now. But call me early because this is going to go. All of our big cornflowers have been going of late, and this one will not be anywhere near $24,999. We are taking it lower. We are, absolutely. And it's a lot lower, not just $1. I know we were thinking, oh, thanks, Lauren, for the $1. No, I just mean that's our price. When I say $25,000, I rounded up a buck. I did. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make this, deep breath time, because this shouldn't happen. Call me early. I'm telling you, it will go. And we have 15 minutes left in this hour, and this is the show right here. This is it. This is the stone. This is the one to get. Let me try it on before I do anything else. Remember the finishing. On the inside, little cutouts that almost are like marquise cuts in 18 karat gold. Here it is on the hand. Look at the size of that sapphire. We rarely get to see that. And should be, remember, this should be on that upper, it's not quite 3 carats, so it wouldn't be 30,000 a carat wholesale, but pretty close. Even if it were just $20,000 a carat wholesale, we are talking about a $55,000 ring or so, well, actually the stone. So we're talking about, if you're putting it together yourself with all the connections in the jewelry industry that are out there, you'd be looking at least $55,000 for that stone. And we've added the beautiful mounting, the 18 karat gold, the diamonds everywhere. Let's go ahead and give you the price tag of a lifetime. It is going to go, and if you want to go ahead, listen, I have people that do this all day. They shop all day here, and they turn around the second it arrives at home and they sell it. They're resellers, they're boutique owners, they're store owners. That's what they do. They turn around and make a profit. That is one of the, I would say that is a fabulous business to be in. Because you know what? What's better than shopping for jewelry as you make a living off of it? Again, it's just a testament to the values we bring here. We're better than wholesale, and I'm proving that right now. That's what you would pay for approximately the 1 carat stones, the 2 carat stones. Per carat, we're doing better than 20,000, then 15,000, then 10. And when you get a 268, remember all that 18 karat gold, and forgive me for showing some of the bigger pieces early, but that's where they usually go. This is where the true lovers of jewelry, the true collectors are here at the beginning. They're here on a Wednesday, they're here at 5, they're ready to go because they know I'm going to do the giveaways right up front. And this is it. And it's brand new. No one's seen it before. You could watch every minute of every show and you've never seen this until now. So here's your chance to pick it up. And no, it is not even 99 or 89, 79 when I'm really committed to bringing you values, which is what I've done for 26 years on TV. It is going to be the biggest and best value and far beyond what I think anybody would imagine it being for price tag. That's awesome. And yet we're going to go even better than 79, even lower. $69.99, all fair, but this is what we're going to do to make sure it gets a home. It is not $69 or $59, and there's nowhere else on the planet you get a value like this. And that mounting, now we're at the mounting price essentially, because $59.99, well, it was $58.32 for the mounting. So we're right there, and now I'm not asking a penny for that sapphire, or should we even go lower and make it better than even $5,000? 4,000. I'll make it $49.99 right now, first caller only. And then it's going to be yours, and we'll get it right out to you. So on its way it can go. And $49.99, which look where that started. And to bring it down over $20,000 over the course of a few minutes, pretty impressive there. And we've got a really fabulous, that's my only sapphire in the blues, but I do have that pink. I have that diamond pink, its counterpart here in the rare diamond pink. We can show that to you as well. Have that big gold quartz. We've got a huge opal. It's coming up, really pretty Australian opal. And we're going to be showing you all the goods throughout the show. But again, one of a kinds for you all throughout the evening. And also have that Tahitian pearl, that bracelet. This is the bangle. I mentioned this at the top of the show. We have a 4.5 carat diamond bracelet, and it's a bangle. And let me show you what this looks like on, because I don't know about you, but we all know bezels do this. They make stones look bigger. But when I look at this on the wrist, that looks to me like a bangle that's got 2 caraters all the way across, does it not? And a big part of that is going to be thanks to those big bezel settings you have. These are actually those really important stones. We're going to talk about it. There's 13 stones that go all the way across, but it gives you the eternity look, doesn't it? And that's going to be coming up in this show. A remarkable larger style. It's our largest bangle we've brought. It's got 4.5 carats in diamonds. It's going to be all 14 karat gold. They're all ovals. And we know that's a big reason why they look so much larger, is because they're ovals. Ovals and bezels together. Talk about big look. That's what you get there. All right, let's show you the brand new opal. And then we have some gold quartz to share as well. But here is the big opal. Oh, this is so pretty. And the great mounting with it as well. All tapered baguettes, tiered and stacked 3 times over. 113-1569 is your number. This is going to have that translucency to it, but still with all of the magical colors. I always find with the darker, like black opals, for example, you don't actually see, very rarely do you see all the colors. You're really going to miss out on those yellows and those reds typically. It's mostly centered around blues and greens and maybe a little fleck here and there of red. This is where you're getting, I would say, equal parts of color here. All the colors are represented, but they're also really throughout the stone. It's one only, so that's the stone you're gonna get, and no matter what I do here, I can't show you exactly how beautiful it is. You gotta see it in person to really see it. I'm gonna block a light here overhead, see if we can make it a little darker here in the studio. I can do this, block a front facing light. That's a little bit more what you expect to see. So a little bit darker like that when you see it in person. It's 113-1569. That's our 321 oval Australian Lightning Ridge opal here. And it's got the 321 with 44 points in the diamonds as well. So that's really impressive. And all we got to do is give it a heck of a value here. One only. Here's what it looks like on the hand. It's even got finishing on the inside, which is awfully nice. We do like to see that, especially with an opal. So lifts it up a little off the hand, just keeps it a little bit cleaner on the inside of the stone too, which I know is always appreciated on an opal that's a little bit, I wouldn't say delicate in the sense of, you know, not delicate in the way you wear it, but just delicate in the way you clean opals. You don't want to be too harsh or abrasive with your opals. So here it is, really beautiful opal, and yep, it's gonna be, let's blow it out, $24.99 on that beauty. That is our first time seeing it here tonight. So really excited about that one. Plus we have gold quartz here and tanzanite pendants, and that's new. And then here's the new tanzanite fancy cut. This actually to me would look so pretty. Y'all remember that fire opal we had earlier? What do you think about this tanzanite? Isn't it similar with that long tapered baguette and then that really beautiful elongated kite cut? This is a little, I know you guys aren't always into fancy cuts because we're traditionalists when it comes to jewelry. 99% of people are. They want something that looks exactly like everything you've ever seen before. And then every now and then we get a stone like this, and actually we can keep the lights a little bit dim too, because it actually shows off the tanzanite a little more like real life as well. Tanzanites in their neon, the kind we bring at least, are those ultra neon, so they don't need a lot of light. They really don't need, diamonds do, the diamonds love the light in here, but not the tanzanites. Any neon stones, they do their best glowing when they're under a normal light environment. So here's 113-1517 coming up. This is gonna fly. I can just tell you that right now. It's a really beautiful elongated, I know you may not do the elongation on the fingers here, but when you've got more real estate, like on the neckline, it looks fabulous to have something a little bit more elongated like this. And it's really just very attractive on. It's our 14 karat yellow gold. It stays in yellow gold. It would be our 3 karat 20 on this time around, 320 in the fancy cut, but then you also have one individual fancy cut yellow, which is meeting point to point with the very elongated portion of your Blue Wing Block D Museum Reserve. Isn't that fantastic? And so another long tapered baguette. Yellow diamond here is 16 points on its own, so that's got plenty of size as well. And then it gives you, it's a little more narrow, it's leaner. This isn't like it's oversized, even though it's got a little length to it. So it's still very wearable, and yet, what do you think? Red flashes everywhere. You see the neon blues showing through, but you really see the reds, which sometimes the fancy cuts, you know, we're not used to seeing them as often. We may not immediately understand how much red or where's the red going to come from on the fancy cuts, because it's not something we've seen dozens and dozens of times. But you've got that look here. Now I want to show you, there's an exact 1 inch length top to bottom. Here's what it looks like on the neckline as well. I always like to give you that perspective just because it's easier to just glance up on the camera and go, okay. It's like you're looking in a mirror and okay, I see now what that's going to look like on. I get an idea of the size. Here it is, up close and personal, and yellow gold's how it stays. So another one that goes right out to you, and yet a big time value. Come on in, recognize the value we bring, recognize what we're doing here in the best of the best. I know there's a lot of tanzanite out there, and everybody loves to say they have the best. But again, it ain't true unless those words are coming out of my mouth. Because guess what? We're the only ones that have the Blue Wing Block D. You're getting it here, and now it's got this incredible teeny tiny little price. And I'm all for a little price on a big stone. All for a big value. All for a lot of savings on a really, that angle. I know this isn't because I'm not manipulating it, but that angle, when this floats off to the right here, you see the reds. The red flashes are amazing coming through. It's like a neon hot pink red that come through on this piece. We're going to blow it out right now. Yellow gold only. Got to stay. You don't even see the gold. It's really to match the yellow diamond that is centered up right there, meeting point to point with your stone. Let's go ahead and take it even lower for you. It's not going to be $99.99. A new piece tonight. Our first time looking at that stone. And now, just got to make it the most affordable tanzanite pendant here. And then we have red barrel earrings tonight. Can you believe it? Red barrels that are not 1 point or 2 point. I cannot justify spending $6,000 or $7,000 on 3 point stones. But I've got these tonight. Red barrel rounds coming up. So we've got all the rarest. It's not just about red flashes, but red barrel, one of the rarest stones in the world, is coming up in this show tonight. And yet we're going to make this, instead of $9,000, $8,000, $7,000, $6,000, I'll keep on going. We got to move this piece. And the end of the hour is near. Got far too many items left from the first hour so far. And that's just because it's hard to sell things to people that aren't watching. But you're here and you're ready for the value. So instead of $69, $59, I'm supposed to go $49.99. Best case scenario. We're going to go even lower than that and send it out in a hurry. You've got to call as quickly as you can, because this one is going to be, you know what, skip it all. Let me do a gimme here. Let's see if we can move something. I got to see, is it just a matter of the audience, or is it a matter of the new pieces? That's all I'm going to find out. This is called an experiment. And we're just going to immediately find out what's what. We're just going to know what's up before the top of the hour gets here in 3 minutes. Let me just do a wild gimme price. This is just your chance to pick it up for cheap, 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 and really cheap. And here's how we do that. This one is going to be $1,999 to the very first caller. $19.99. Done. And that's it. I just got to make sure it goes before the top of the hour gets here, and we're 3 minutes away. Happening now. So right there, that's the way to get your tanzanite fancy cut with the yellow diamond. Extraordinary, isn't it? Any requests? Let me know if you've got any for me. We'll help you out there too. All right, we're moving along. And we've got a speen, just a flash. I'm going to flash a few things, see if anything catches your eye. Here's the speen. New tonight, we've got a beautiful round. This is the round speen. Take a look at that. That's going to be a popular one there. I had something very similar in a 4 carat 95 size. This is a 426, so it's almost identical to the same mounting. It's probably thinking, that's the same piece I've seen. Nope, that one's gone. This one is made for all of you that missed out on the last large round speen that I had in a pendant, so we made it again for you. Okay, so that's going to be with the next closest size, which is pristine speen too. Okay, Jason, are you taking something or just a request? All right, working on requests and then we're verifying over here. So we'll see. And then we've got, can I just show this on the hand real quick? I've got a very important gold quartz I've been telling you about. This is the gold quartz pendant that looks like an arrowhead design. So if you're really into those types of looks that we see a lot of times in a Southwestern piece, but this is done with high-end material because it's got your yellow gold, it's got your larger stone, it's all custom cut. It's actually a trillion, but it's elongated, yes. Tanzanite pendant is gone, congratulations on that. And then here we go with the 15 karat 59 in this really fancy cut gold quartz. It's 1123990. Just gonna get this one out the door in the next minute that we have together of this hour. It's our 1559 elongated trillion. It is a bail right behind that bezel set diamond. It's our 81 point diamond weight because it's gonna go around two long sides of the trillion and then right up top here in the bezel and then this arch of yellow gold as well. Look at this finishing too. We didn't completely enclose it because we like to see the natural beauty of the gold going all the way through the stone. That is again 24 karat pure gold. So yes, carat with a K, not with a C. Carat with a C is carat weight, as in a gemstone weight. And carat with a K is gold purity, like 14 karat, 18 karat, and 24 would be your pure gold, like is in this stone. And there you have an inch and a 3/8. I would say, is that accurate? 5/8 actually, inch and 5/8. Little over an inch and a half, not quite an inch and 3/4. Here's what it looks like on the neckline, just to show you here how that's going to look from a distance away. And then of course, it's going to be this great look up close because you're going to see the pattern of the gold all the way through it as I'll have to zoom on in. I know it's top of the hour. I'll say hello in a moment. Just in the middle of showing this to you, and this one's going to be a huge blowout price tag. Can't wait. We got all the best values. We've seen a lot of them already here tonight, and this one going to be going on down from the $8,999 it used to be, and it's going a lot lower right now. This one's going to be only $2,999. It's going to take us to our museum masterpiece must go today. And then we've got a big diamond bangle, our biggest ever. We have a huge Tahitian pearl pendant, which is a first. We have red beryl earrings. And every red beryl, they've given me probably 6 or 7 pairs in the last few months. Everything I've had has been minimum $5,000 for the little teeny itty bitty stones. I got big stones tonight with yellow and white diamonds for aces. Well, I don't know what they're going to be. I'm going to do something wild. So we're going to introduce you to red beryls. My mission tonight is to give everybody a chance to own red beryls, even if you've never had that chance before. Maybe it was just the lack of availability. Maybe it was the price tags that were just out of the budget. We're going to bring you red beryl earrings tonight. But before we do any of that, we have a really, really important piece coming up. And I happen to have had the luxury and the pleasure of wearing it for the last hour. Take a look at this. This is the largest Mahenge spinel that we have. And it just so happens that it's been designated tonight to actually be on a discounted price. That is so heavily discounted that is going to be our museum masterpiece must go. Welcome into our big Wednesday night here. Glad you're with us for these final few days of June that we have. We're so excited you're here. My name is Lauren Blair. We've got a couple hours left, almost a couple of minutes. We have a couple hours left on our Wednesday. We've been showing you some spectacular new ideas, but we have another one here for you that is new to our museum masterpiece collection. But again, it's a must go. This has been here for a very long time. It was one of the first Mahenge spinels I ever brought you. It's item number 111. 9163. Remember what I said earlier about when you hear a 111 number, how important it is, because that was also made in a different era. So if it seems to you like you're seeing a pattern and it seems to be like the 111 numbers seem to be so much more incredibly priced than what we're used to seeing in the last decade or so, you are absolutely right. And that's because they were made usually about a decade ago. So it's something where even the price tags from way back then would not be something that we could replicate today. And FYI, this was $29,999 about a decade ago. It's been sitting safely in a vault for all that time. It comes out every couple years, and it's been shown a few times. But we're gonna show it tonight as a part of this segment, which if you've not been with us most of the summer, really since, this started way back in, I wanna say maybe early May, could have been end of April, early May. We started this museum masterpiece idea. Yeah, it was, I think it was early May. It was either end of April or early May. So we've been doing this for a couple of months, and we've been bringing every show. There's been something that's been designated to be not only brought out when it rarely gets on the air, but brought out and discounted to a level far beyond your wildest imagination. Now here is 11190-163. That's a 306. And let me hold it up right for you, because this is the absolute best of Mahenge Spinel, which is the rarest of Spinels. It also happens to be a neon red pink. I would definitely say red pink here. It's more red than it is pink. And look, especially with the marquise cutting, how really condensed and saturated those colors of red get, especially top and bottom. And then it's almost as if the middle portion of the stone is more of that real hot pink and even into purple colors that you're seeing that you're getting. Then there's also a beautiful way that we're doing the pink diamonds around it. 36 points of hand-selected pink diamonds matching in round brilliance, and 128 of additional white diamonds. So you put it all together and you have a really outstanding, incredible diamond weight that's really well suited for this 3 carat 06. It's a carat 64 in diamonds overall, but you're also, and I really need to make sure everyone's aware, this is part of the museum masterpiece must go. I've been insistent on continuing this pattern, even though it was supposed to wrap up in late May, early June. It was supposed to wrap up then. It has gone on thanks to popular demand, because we love seeing these collectibles, and I think, let's be real, you really like seeing them brought it down to discounts that we could never do. And this has never happened before. So you've got a new chance to pick it up. Let me try it on my hand, because you've got to see it this way. And remember that it's also going to stay as it is, because I think it's easy to assume that a marquise isn't going to be large. Look at this. Look what happens when you get 3 carats 06 in one stone that is rare. Let's be honest here. It's rare to get anything in Mahenge in a ½ carat size. 1 carats are considered gigantic. 2 carats we've only seen a couple of times ever. 3 carats, that's our largest we've had. And 306 plus all the diamond weight, I need a caller. 1 caller, 1 collector. You are about to witness, by the way, this is the old price. I would hate to think about what it would be if that were made today, given the diamonds, you know, the way they've gone up. Gold, there's a lot of gold in this ring as well, rose and white together. Are we at maximum? Do we iris all the way up now? I just want to make sure, because I don't want to be dark. I know we were dark for a minute. I want to make sure we have maximum light return on those diamonds to show everybody how pristine this is. It is really one of the most highly collectible stones and rings we have ever brought on the show. I am thrilled it's here for you, and we're going to blow it out. So call me if you like it. I know Mahenges are a little bit misunderstood, because I think a lot of people just don't know Spinels. I think I blame the high schools of America. I do, and that sounds weird, but I know that for a lot of years, when there was such a thing as class rings, I don't think they do that anymore really as much. At least the kids I've talked to that have graduated don't have class rings anymore. However, maybe that's just out here on the West Coast, I'm not sure. But I know that when I grew up, we had class rings, and when you graduated, you would have the option to buy a class ring, and you'd look through the catalog and you'd select your design, and it was always a Spinel in the middle. And that was a totally 100% faux Spinel, but they were always regarded as Spinel. So it may be confusing, and a lot of people think, oh, that was in my class ring that my grandpa had, or that's in my class ring that I got in the 70s, or whatever it is. It's not the same thing. Those are replicas of a very rare exotic variety that I always look at. If you look at it gemologically, it's a more rare variety than sapphire. Sapphires are a very rare stone. We just saw a beautiful 2 carat 68 cornflower that was $5,000. Well, this is larger, and this is a similar related stone. These families are separate families. It is a Spinel versus sapphire, but they both share a lot of commonalities, including right down to their chemical makeup. They're one element different from each other. So they're very similar. They're found in a lot of the same locales. They're found even in similar colors. Yes, they share similar durability. That's the hardness. So that dictates that you can wear it all the time, because it's durable. So you're not going to knock it once on a desk and scratch it and be done. It's a really, really, really important stone for all those different reasons and more, but it's also so highly valuable. And what we're going to do right now is bring it down in price. It's never gone to this level before, okay? It's never been this low. So please, oh please, oh please, oh please, if you're thinking about it, join in the fun. Get in on the phone lines, make it yours, try it out. You still have a money back guarantee as well. We enjoy that too. And we're gonna make this under $10,000 for the first time, and not even ask for $99.99 Or guess what? I mean, this is the big moment, and this is that rare stone that out of Mahenge specifically, take all the spinels in the world that are usually out of Burma, you only see this variety and this color and this neon. That only happens out of the one source, which was located and discovered and cut out of the ground, meaning this was all faceted rough material in 2007. A few months later, gone. This is not an easy stone to find in any variety at all. Here's what we're going to do. It is not going to be $99.99. We have just the one. You've got to call early. Here's how we make this happen. It is not even $8,999. This is going to go. If you want to turn around and resell it the day you get it, that's up to you, and you can profit. You can do that if you want to. I have plenty of shoppers that do that. That's how they make their living. What a beautiful way to do it. I would say, if you want it for the ultimate collectability, that's a better idea, because this stone still has not seen the ends of its pricing increases. It has not seen its full value realized yet. It is super, super rare, and we're going to blow it out right now for $88.88, one caller only. That is the museum masterpiece must go of the evening tonight, and we could not be more proud to say that tonight's the night it gets to go to one of your homes and finally leaves us after all these years in our vault, and now it gets to go be enjoyed. Hopefully you wear it. Like I said, it's a very wearable stone, is spinel. You get that wearability that most stones don't give you. There's only 3 stones that are any tougher than this, and it would be all your rubies, sapphires, and diamonds. That's it. So it's a really nice way to get affordability, collectability, great color. It's neon, so in darkness it's going to glow even more, and that is just a really beautiful, beautiful stone. Okay, so that's my museum masterpiece. We're going to end museum masterpieces soon, so there aren't going to be, it's not going to go on forever. And I thank you for anybody who's saying, oh, I really am looking for affordable, and for enduring the museum masterpieces. But isn't it a lot of fun to see pieces you may not have seen on the air before, or pieces that are a little bit different or unusual? I think it's always nice to see something a little different for you. So thrilled to bring it. Let's bring our Tish and Pearl next. Again, we are now at getting close to the halfway point of the show. We want to hear your requests if you have them. Let me know. We have been waiting on this because we're in our last few days of June, and all throughout the weeks we've been bringing really beautiful pearls, and this is yet another one. And I want to show you here, instead of a pearl strand this time around, which, yeah, and I don't think this is going to sit properly for me because, you know, it's a round pearl, which is a great thing. That's what we want our pearls to do, but then they tend to roll on these displays. So I'll hold it here for you, and know that you're getting this really rare Tahitian pearl in a huge size. It's 113-1574, and it's going to be our 15 millimeter. So not only 1574, but it's got a 15 millimeter Tahitian pearl with a diamond that's not even mentioned. I see that. Do you guys see that? Are we all seeing a diamond? Because there's absolutely no mention, which means that diamond is free. So you don't have to pay for that big diamond that's right up there inside, really as the kind of the juncture between your bail and the end cap that holds it to the pearl, which is, I mean, I know, it's, don't you love, now I get it, unless you've ever experienced TV before, if you've ever sat on the set or put something like on the set, you're probably not still yet familiar with how really incredible 10 power magnification is. But I'm going to tell you something I think that we can show you, because the difference between this shot here and going to the hand is that difference between loop vision and on the hand, which would be the equivalent of being a foot or two away from it in real life. Now, when we're up close, the intention is to show you everything, the most scrutinizing view of your jewelry you'll ever see. Better than you'll ever see it at home, better than you'll ever see it with a loop, all of that. But let's look at it here too, because the size, the measurement I'm going to give you, and then realize that this is going to be, I'm going to try to make this extremely affordable. When you're getting one of our larger Tahitians, keep in mind, with an inch and, what would you guys think that is, inch and an eighth? Or are we calling that an inch or an inch and an eighth? It looks to me like it's an inch and an eighth. But I'm also going to remind you this. We're going to do any gold color on the bail. Right, Andy, is that okay? Can we do any gold color on that? I just want to make sure. It doesn't say one way or the other. I'm thinking we can, I hope. If so, great. Here's the other thing. I'm going to show it to you on the neckline. Always got to show you there. Give you an idea, because obviously measurement's great, but it's just easier to just look up and see it. And then we're going to take it up close. That diamond is not mentioned, and that may not seem like a big deal to you, but that's a big diamond. And it's a big bail, so it's going to hold any chain you got, including our diamonds by the yard, maybe outside of big omegas. I'm not going to do like those. Yeah, it's not going to be best if you've got the big omega chain. But if you've got any other chain like our DBTYs, great. It's a top of the hour for a reason. White, okay, so we're good on any gold color. So let's do white or yellow, but rose gold if you want it, but I don't think anyone's going to choose rose. You're probably going to go with white or yellow. 15 millimeters is massive. How excited would you be if I brought you a 10-carat diamond? This is like having a 10-carat diamond on the show. It is. Tahitian pearls don't happen in large sizes. 10 millimeters, yes. Can string a bunch together and make a whole strand. 15 millimeters, no. So that's why I'm going to do a little experimentation here, okay? White, yellow, rose, going to offer it to you in any gold you want. This is a very important moment to get your Tahitian pearl, to get the, look at the roundness of it, obviously, and yes, because we're 10 powered magnification, please stop the pearl clutching, if you will. May I use that term right now? If you are freaking out over the fact that you see a little bit of a characteristic there. Yes, there are. It's a natural pearl. Now, here's what I advise. If you want absolutely perfect pearl, go fake. There are plenty of options out there. You can go on the big online sites where you get everything delivered in an hour, and you can have one delivered to you for probably 15 bucks, okay? But there's a natural difference. It's like a diamond. A diamond, even a great diamond, is going to have characteristics. You just want them to be microscopic enough where you don't see them. Same with a pearl. It's going to have, if it went through all of that to be made in a mollusk under the conditions it was, well, guess what? It's going to have a flaw. You want to keep the flaws to minimums, because I would never show you a big flaw or one with a big pearl with big craters and like these noticeable eye visible flaws. And once again, if you need a little help, let's look at it from a foot or two away. See it on the hand, and then notice you have nothing to see but the beautiful color and the size. That color I'm mentioning is that aubergine, lots of purples and reds and green glows that get a little shy here on camera, but they're there. And then you've got that bigger diamond, and we're gonna go ahead and do something wild here. I know we're looking at $29.99 as a let's go, get it done, sold price. I'm gonna make it more interesting for you. And this is where I think there's a very strong contingent of pearl lovers who love a strand, but that can be a little bit more dressy. It can be. It looks a little bit like really like super put together, like you got to have on a certain outfit. I personally am not going to see too many big pearl strands with like a tank top or like a ripped t-shirt or a distressed loungewear. Like I don't think that's going to. This could work though. This works with your t-shirt and jeans. This works with the button up, although I think a strand would work too. I think this gives you maybe not as dressy an element. It's certainly not going to be as heavy as a big strand of pearls. And that's what I think is working so well. The gifting moment this could be, the utility of it, the glamour of it is still there. And we're going to do just a quick blowout here. I want to see who's out there. It's our big top of the hour, really, after we had our museum masterpiece. Got to get into something that really makes it affordable. And when we're still in gift giving season, this might be something to consider, because trust me, they don't have a 15 millimeter pearl at home in the jewelry box already. That's just a really elite size. And we're going to take it even lower than $999 to make sure that we are all ready to do some shopping. If I can save you a ton of money on everything we do tonight, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm saving you a bundle. We're making everything affordable as we can. And yet, look at this. Not $9, not $8.99, not $7.99. I mean, how low can we go? It's a 15 millimeter. This is with the diamond that, thank goodness, that diamond is literally not listed on your invoice. It's not listed on my information here. So they forgot it. It's clearly there. You're getting it. I'm not taking it out. Yet you're not paying for that individual diamond, which has got to be a 3-pointer, if not more. And yet it's hard to really even imagine, because in relation to the stone is so large. That may be a 5-point diamond in a VS quality sitting right next to it. And yet, you're not even paying $7.99. We have no callers yet. That is shocking and frustrating when you realize I love giving away jewelry, but it's more fun to give it away when people are paying attention and here to see it, here to take advantage of it. It's so much fun to be able to say, I gave that piece away. And you can call me in a couple days and say, I love my piece. Who was it earlier? Casey said, I love my new earrings. That's wonderful. You're getting pieces I showed you on Sunday. And you're getting them, and you're loving them. And you could be that next person on Friday. You're going, I love my new pendant, and I still can't believe what you did, Lolo. I'm not doing $799. Let's not even offer it for $777. I want you to have your gold color choice. That diamond's included, but not included in what you're paying for. You've got a huge 15 millimeter stone, which is amazing. It really is. And yet we are not doing 777. All you got to do is call, and if you've never shopped here before, what a great way to try it, because you're not investing tens of thousands, you're not investing even 800 bucks to get something that is specialty, that is rare, that is mama nature, And we're going to take it. It's organic. It's an organic stone because it is made in a living organism. And that is not something that most gemstones can boast. We're all about the natural stones, but organic is another level. Let me show it again on the hand here because honestly, my hand is cramping up the way I was holding it. But there is what it looks like from a distance. So that's a really good visual on the size. And let's make this even better than 7, 7, 7. I love the lucky numbers, but if I can save you even more money, so be it. Let's go to $699. And that's your blowout. And we'll wait till it's gone. You can still get that huge gold quartz we had earlier. And that's still here for $29.99. Anybody want? Nobody on the pearl. All right, we'll move on. That's okay too. That's all right. It's all right. I'll keep it. I'm a reseller too, so that's what you guys don't know. You know, I'm a reseller too. So, you know, anything you leave behind from me, it doesn't go sit behind for long. That is quite the value, isn't it? And, you know, you always value the darker stones more than the lighter. There's a lot of people calling T-shirt, and technically it's correct. But if it's a silvery gray color, not the best. It's not the best. And this is natural color. So again, we're talking about something that we don't dip it or dye it or do any of that weird stuff. That you might as well just go faux. We don't do that. This is why you're getting this really, again, I know the price doesn't look like what you associate with premium quality. Well, that's just something we got to get used to here as TVON family members, is just get used to really high premium quality for really small price tags. That's what happens. Questions? Oh, really? How they doing? Did they move to Colorado? Colorado. Now, wait a minute. They went on like a pilgrimage that seemed to go on for like a year and a half. Are they traveling again? I got to get on their vacation plan, man. I need to be on that vacation plan. I know. All my TV friends, they get like 10 to 15 weeks of vacation a year. I'm going, isn't that like, I don't know. It's not most of the year, but it's a lot. Or have I just been in this business too long? Although this business, yeah, some of those people, those hosts get like, you know, they get a good 10, 12 weeks as well. So anyway, I gotta talk to them. Take me along, kidnap me, you guys, kidnap me. Kidnap me. Yeah, just drive right by and just come kidnap me one day. That sounds fun. Colorado sounds lovely. Where in Colorado are they hanging out? Oh, really? Like, oh, really? That sounds gemmy. It sounds like a jewelry kind of place. I like that. Sterling, I like that. All right, so here we go, $699 pearl. Let's move on. I have a gold quartz, something else that feels a little precious. We're talking about sterling, now we're talking about gold. We're going, because we don't really show sterling silver, but we do have gold. We got a lot of gold. There it is, gold and platinum. And here is the gold quartz, and look at this, new as well. You haven't seen the stone, and I really enjoy the pattern in this one, especially, this is the pattern, we can't take the credit there. That's Mother Nature that can be given all the credit for the pattern you're seeing, and don't forget about that spinel, by the way, I'll keep showing it till it goes. It'll go tonight. You can't have a 3-carat spinel for $88.88 and expect it to sit here. It's must go for a reason. Listen, that's not the name just because it sounds good and it's alliterative. It's a name because it means literally what it says. So that museum masterpiece must go today. Probably the must go of all of them. Like that's really, that price tag, again, $88.88 if you missed it. If you got here a little late, $88.88 for a 3-carat 06 with pink and white diamonds. I'll keep showing it till it goes. Give me a call. That was $30,000 10 years ago when we first made it. Okay, so 2007 was when they were discovered. We started around 2015, 16, right in that neighborhood. I think it was either late 2015 or early 2016. Either way, I wasn't here. I came late 2016. It's when I arrived on the TVON scene. But that's a really, really important spinel. So here's our gold quartz, 113-1519. Call me on the pearl, and then let's see what we're thinking here. I'm going to come in a little closer, obviously, because, yeah, it's not going to be quite as large as that pearl was. But it is a really glamorous cutout detailed mounting. It's got this open cutout through the middle. You're going to see the oval there, and look at the different patterns. Well, it's really different colors that creates a pattern, really, if I'm being correct with this. It's a gold quartz that's 253 in size with 14 points in the diamonds. They're just going to be on the outside points there. And there's this great cutout detailing that happens in an almost tiered style down the sides of the band. So you get this really pretty, whether you look at it as a little bit of a heart-shaped design, or maybe leaves, or maybe like a chevron like our Wonder Ring. It really fits that pattern on all fronts, and then leaves the diamonds to up top that really surround but extend out from the sides of your gold quartz a little bit better. And then this pattern, you see all that. Really cool. It's like, again, this is a lot like nature. It's mimicking nature, in that you could look at a lot of, we know how geodes form. We know how a lot of times when you're in beautiful scenery, we've got a lot of beautiful mountains out here out west that are, you know, all the structure of the different stone you see in the different colors, and they themselves can be just as pretty as the flora and fauna around them. Just sometimes the landscape of the earth itself can be really pretty and attractive. And this reminds me a lot of that, with those many colors that are all different elements in the stone. This is playing different elements playing within the quartz here that give it a different appearance and a different look in those colors. But then that gold, I know you distinctly see that 24 karat gold that is also within the stone here, and that looks fabulous. So here's our 253 gold quartz with diamonds. That's a yellow gold style only. We'll do a quick blowout here. It's I'm not sure about $39.99 if that's going to do the trick today. So let's take it on down and make this one $1,499 instead. I'm surprised, but nobody asked me on that gold, or rather the speen, the big round speen that we have today. And then we're going to do a huge mandarin blowout coming up as well. So we have the big diamond bangle, the red beryl earrings, the really, really cool tanzanites I'm going to show you. There's a Paraiba deal that is a last minute addition to the show. And we'll tell you about that more when we get there, but I'm thrilled it's here. Big value on a Paraiba. If you've ever wanted a small price on a big Paraiba, we're going to have that for you tonight. So stay with me for that one. Jason, were you shopping for anything over there? We loving anything tonight? Purple? Maybe the pearl? Maybe? This is a really, really, really interesting deal too. Take a look at this. I have got very large tanzanite earrings. Now, I have one pair that are going to be in that $20,000 range that look exactly like this, but bigger. And I actually think they're probably too big for most of our shoppers, just because most of us have been shopping together for a couple decades. I get to know you guys and get to know what you're looking for and what you like. If it's a 10 karat in each ear, that's going to be really big. I like this size for, yeah, they're still big. They're still bold. There's no doubt about it. But this is 113-1607. And it's 18 karat gold. Here we go again with that 18 karat gold. Notice that distinct halo pattern where it is baguettes and rounds alternating with each other all the way around your oval halo. And this stone size, I think, is perfect. And of course, you're going to see them on the ear. So hold please on that. But this is 18 karat gold with 5 carats, 83. So you have right about just under 3 carats. They're about 280 a piece here. And that is stunning. And then you can wear them this way, or you can rotate them so they go north to south. It's up to you. But this is a beauty. And so often, this is what you've all been asking me for. So many of you reach out directly 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, show or not, show day or not. You're always talking about what you want to see. I'll work on making it for you. That's how we roll. This is what has been requested more often than anything else, is a tanzanite earring, no doubt, because it's something we want to work back to rings we already have and rings we already love, and this is it. And this is new right now, and here's what we're going to do. 113-1607, got that up there, just got to make sure, and then the diamond weight is extraordinary. 12 points on the baguettes. We did break it down individually here, but it's 12 points and 10 points. I'm not sure if that's really right, guys. I don't know if that's 22 points in diamonds. That doesn't seem right. I don't think that's possible. So I think something is amiss there. Whoever was doing diamond calculations today left it out on the pearl pendant, and now don't think that's accurate. But you'd be getting more. So I love when that's wrong in the right way, if you ask me. I like when we are not including. That, to me, that's exciting. Okay, great. You're not paying for some diamonds. That is exciting to me. Let's show them a couple of different ways, because why not? Like I said, I'm in the business of diamonds, and nobody gives me free diamonds. Nobody gives me free diamonds at all. So I love the idea of you sitting at home and getting them from us. That's just even better. And then here's what they look like from a distance. And here's what we have for you. And I don't know, no one's even giving away that lab grown stuff. I mean, no one's giving that away. Those prices have gone sky high. Been looking at those, you know, for months, even at the trade shows. It's all it was lab grown. I couldn't escape. But there it is. There's your 1/2 inch top to bottom. And then here's what we're going to do. I got to show them to you on. They are so beautiful. And do you see how, to me, that's the right size? To me, that's obviously, we don't want, I've done the little studs. We've done the little tiny, you know, the baby studs. that are really only for like second piercings. This is that big, nice, juicy size, carat weight, all of that. But see how it's not too big. They're not falling off the ear. They're not draping. I've got the post exactly where my piercing is. So you're seeing they might just have a little tiny bit of a drop off the end of the lobe, but big butterfly backing is going to hold them right into place, just where they should be. And we're going to help you own them right now. So back to the wheel, we're going to go. I'm really excited about these being here. And especially if we can take the $14,999 price tag and make it so much easier than that. And there they are again. Remember, we did the 18 karat gold upgrade. And guys, I'll tell you exactly why that diamond weight is not right. Because there's no way those are 1 point stones, and I am counting a lot more than 22 diamonds. Anybody else feel me on that? I mean, the baguettes, for example, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 that I'm counting per earring. So there's 20 baguettes alone. So there's no way it can be 12 points. It can't be. Those are not half a point. So do you follow along on this? It may sound like a line, like, oh, sure, whatever. No, there's no way. It can't be. 2, 4, right? Am I doing bad math here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, at least. So 20 baguettes. You got 20 baguettes in the pair. You have double that in the rounds at least. So you got 40. Yeah, it's just, there's no way. They're not 1 pointers. They're not less than a point. So we don't even really see that. We don't deal in diamond chips. Everything's fully faceted. So that's why, just go with me on that. That 22 points overall, something's missing there. And I don't know what it is, but something, a fairly large number is missing there. Something significant. So it's worth saving. But here's what I'm going to do. We're going to auction them off. We're just going to, nobody's here to spend $15,000 on an earring today. If there are people out there looking to spend $15,000 on an earring tonight, you're not watching my show, you're watching a different one. So I'm okay with that. That's okay. I'm here to bring you a value. That's what we're going to do right now. Here's what I'll offer to you. We're going to put them on the auction block and try an auction when that's not even supposed to happen either. But it is going to get that price significantly less than 15 grand. And I think that's what we're looking for. I think the earrings got to go, just a matter of how affordable we can make it. So let's try this. Instead of 14 or 10, or even $5,000, let's go even lower than that and really get these phone lines rocking and give everybody a chance to own them right here and now. That's what we're going to do. So we have got, for better than $5,000, for better than 45, come on in, we need your help here. We definitely need your help, okay? We need your calls, otherwise can't win an auction without getting on the phone lines. That's important. But here's what we'll do instead of 45 or $4,000 or, this is a large earring. They're still almost 3 carats each. Matched, red flashes, museum reserve stones, the diamond weight. Yeah, again, that $15,000 price tag was assuming a 22-point diamond weight. Think we've solidified that's not accurate, but in a good way. You're getting more. So let's go ahead and take them even lower. Then how about this? Let's go $3,500, $10 on the increment. That's it. That's all. And we go from there. $3,500. That's how we do it. But that's not working either, at least so far. Keep listening for that phone to ring. You know what I'm going to do instead of 35? Got to try something. Got to try it. Let's help you out here. And help out. I think we're already helping on that lighter diamond weight up there. That's something that we're not even worried about those diamonds anymore. We're not worried about the labor or the 18 karat gold. And yes, again, seeing a lot of 18 karat gold today, seeing that yet again for you, a delight to have 18 karat gold. That upgrade, not really necessary, but I feel like in an earring, it is more or less something that is beloved because that extra purity really helps to, you know, really keep sensitivities at bay. If you've got any kind of allergies to the alloys, you're good to go with the 18 karat gold. Not $3,500, let's go. We're gonna try it. This is insanely good, especially for a larger earring. You get 2, so that's really, I mean, that's what I think we oftentimes forget. If I was selling you fashion, I'd be loving a dress because a dress is like having 2 separates. It's you know, if you can get a good deal on one outfit, I mean, it's easy, one and done, right? You don't have to buy 18 things to put an outfit together, and I love that. Well, jewelry is much the same. This is really 2 separate pieces of jewelry that just happen to be brought together, and that wasn't easy to match those stones, but there they are, perfectly matched for you as that great pair. And we're gonna go lower than $3,500. Okay, we're gonna try something here. Let's try to make this even more affordable. Send it out, the pair in white gold or yellow gold. Actually, you can do any gold color. So if you're not a fan of the white gold, let's do something else. You can do the yellow or the rose if you'd like to. So that gives you a little more freedom there, even more flexibility to make it perfect for you. And let's try this, $3,000 to start. We're going there. We got to move them. Got to move the earrings and everything else we show throughout the night. So this is how you get it done. $3,000 to get it going. We still have our Merengue Spinel here. That museum must go. We'll keep showing it till it does go. We have now $3,000 to start on the Tanzanite earrings. It's my last call, 60 seconds. I can't go any lower than that. That's it. And then we've got Tanzanite rings. We're going to do our Mandarin blowout. We have a really special Paraíba. Can't wait. And I don't know what it's going to take because it's like the price tags are getting crazier as the show goes on. We have red beryl earrings as well. And I know that this is going to be a little tougher because I haven't shown you any of the red beryl earrings that I've been able to show you the last several months, but they have been incredible. They've been like small stones for big prices. So I'm really excited to bring you something a little larger here tonight that is really extraordinary for one of the rarest stones in the entire world. That also, we can't forget, it comes out of one source and it's right here in the U.S. So U.S. born and raised and faceted and set. So it's kind of your U.S. of A pride here in this red beryl. So we'll talk about that too, but that's going to be, okay, no go on the earrings. All right, 3,000 and 14 seconds to make it official. We had that huge Sphene pendant. If you were one of the many that missed out on the 4 carat 95 the other day, I do have this 4 carat 26. We also have another sapphire. It's a diamond pink color. We have the huge diamond bangle. That one is not inexpensive, but it's solid 14 karat gold. Take a look. This looks like you've got, it looks like 13 or 14 carats of diamonds, to be honest with you. It really does. I don't think there's anyone that's going to dispute that if you know jewelry. And I'm not, a microscopic bone structure here either. So this is really just a very important bangle. Those are actually, it's 4.5 carats, but looks like so much more. Number one, they're ovals. Number two, they're bezel set. So we will see this. We'll give it a little chance here for you to own that one. That's going to be fun to see that bangle with the big diamonds. Big diamonds, big gold weight, no Tanzanite open. Let's move on. So I'm just going to bring them out. We're going to bring you the rarest earring I've ever had on the show by far. And I brought you plenty of rare earrings. We've had $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 earrings. Most of them have been diamonds, fancy color diamonds. We've even had some really extraordinary, the ones that come to mind are black opals. There has never been an earring as rare or as exotic as what I'm bringing you right now. Now, our What's New Wednesday tonight is not necessarily a whole collection or even 5 or 6 items. It's this item. And to give you an idea, and I really wish I had all the other earrings that I have not shown you on the air, because there were literal 10 point, I'm not even kidding, actually they were 8 points, but I'm rounding up again. I had 8-point red beryl studs the other day. Didn't show them to you because they were over $10,000. There were other red beryl earrings. They were over $6,000. They were also small, teeny sizes. Now, yes, I understand that red beryls, as someone who's been able to bring them to you, here as a What's New Wednesday just a few weeks ago, we touched on why this stone is so rare, why we no longer call it big spite, we do actually correctly call it red beryl, why the stone is, well, one source and gemmy and unusual in its gemmy form where you can facet it. Facet grade red beryl is extremely rare. This is that hottest, brightest red. And it's, of course, part of the beryl family, which includes aquamarines, the emeralds, of course, there's other ones like heliodor and goshenite you don't see as often. This is red beryl, which is the height of that family. We've even seen vanadium beryls lately. That was exciting. This is the most rare earring we've ever had here. Now, by the metric of what I've had that I could not show you, because I could not, in good conscience, show you a teeny tiny speck of an earring that was over $10,000. But as you look at these are not that small. Now, the stones are 19 points. We're going to take a look. I'm going to try them on because I want you to see how these look on, because there's a nice big platform we put them on, which helps out a bit because obviously none of the red beryls are huge. What was our largest ever? A little over a carat. They don't come in large sizes, but here we are with 113-1576, and you don't need to worry about ever being delicate with them because, well, red beryl's got a great hardness anyways, but this is in your ear, so you're not worried about that. It's 113-1576. It's a 19 point, which I will tell you right now, I realize I didn't show you, I didn't spend precious airtime on the other ones I had, but they were smaller and they had nothing around them. They were just a stud. That was it, just a basic stud. It's far different when you're looking at this style. We have taken the bigger stones. We have added yellow diamonds, which are 10 points of yellow and 32 points then in the white. So we've added another nearly half carat in diamonds to your red beryls, which is really considered the rarest stone in the world. Most do. It's always in the top 3 on the list. Red diamonds is the one that's usually near it, but it's usually the red beryls, okay? And here's what we're also doing. Well, this didn't work on my tanzanites, but I'm not going to give up hope here. Here's what I want to do. First, I want to show them to you in all the different ways you want to see them on and all of that. But I also want to give you this option. They are rounds. That's important. These come from the Wawa Mountains. It's a mine in Utah. And that is the one and only source worldwide for this incredible facet grade. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and blow this earring out. That's a really important style. Take a look at them on. Now we put the post towards the top there. Top of the center of the square. So just still enough piercing coverage, which you'll see, but that's what they look like from a distance. This is the largest size. I know we sprung these on you. Nobody knew red beryl earrings existed here, but we're bringing them to you tonight. 3/8 of an inch top to bottom. That'll be the same side to side. You see the glow from that red beryl from all the way across the room. And then I'm going to show one on the ear as well so we can give you a good idea. Another reference to the size here as I just hold them up for you, and you can see there exactly what they look like. There's that glow again, that bright red, gemmy rich neon that you're seeing with the yellow and the white diamonds. Let's go back up close. I could not get a $3,000 open on tanzanites. Well, there's the good news is that you got some money for red beryls, I hope. Here's the bad news. These are supposed to be over $17,000. I'm going to do better, and I know we're just here with a rarity. I know we don't see this very often. We've only had a handful or two of red beryls ever on the show, mostly in rings and pendants, and here's your earring. And what a fabulous way to get a collector's stone that you can wear every day, all the time. There's a pride about knowing you're wearing something rare, something that's not in retail stores, something that is literally restricted to museums, if at all. If you ever see a red beryl, chances are very likely it's going to be in a museum and only in a museum. Take a look at this. We're going to go wild here. I need you on the lines ready to go. We're going to auction them off because the idea of not getting it open on the tanzanites is a little bit strange. So here's what I'll do. We're going to start these better than even 17,000. That's fine. But we're going to take them way down. Way down. Way, 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 way. Got to get the phone lines ringing down. That kind of thing. Here's what I'm going to do. Remember those tanzanites? Tanzanites are compared to the red beryl a dime a dozen. I can bring them all day, every day. I've been doing it for 8 years here. Blue wing block Ds, no less. What I'm going to do on this earring is take them lower than the tanzanite price in auction just to make sure that we can get this auction going when this is far more rare and exotic and special and different and bold and yellow diamonds and white diamonds, and maybe it'll look better without my fingerprint on it as well. But they're not $3,000. And that's a long way away from 18, but that's what the earring should get. So instead of 3,000, instead of 2,500, now come on now, I'm getting kind of crazy here because somebody got to bring me out those studs. I had literally 8-point total weight studs that were over 10 grand. I could not, with good conscience, show them to you because I know that you and I are not ready to spend that kind of money on something so small. So here we are adding the bigger stones. They're almost 10 points a piece. That's huge for a red beryl. Adding yellow diamonds, adding white diamonds, making it better and better and better. And now going less than even $2,500. I mean, come on, we're ready to move some jewelry here. And however it's going to take, however we can, whatever avenue we need to utilize to make it more affordable than they should ever be, that's what we're doing. We only have about an hour left. So take a look at these earrings. They're not going to be 25. Or, okay, how about $2,000? 2,000 to open, let's go. $10 on the increment, 60 seconds to get it started. And Marsha, we do have a golden pearl strand. Thank you for asking for one. We have one. I will show it to you next. So we have a golden pearl strand coming up, and I can show it to you. And we're kind of lucky to have this because we sold one the other day. I've got a different one here, different price tag. I'm going to go ahead and honor a crazy price I did the other day. So we'll do that for you. Marcia, get ready. It's coming up in about 40 seconds. We'll bring you the golden pearl strand, or anybody else who's interested in golden pearl strand. Last time we'd had one here, it was $13,000. We brought you one recently, got it down to a better price. I'm going to go ahead and do that today. So we'll have that for you. We'll show you some golden pearls, and they're lovely, and there are 39 pearls. So, but first, we've got to be the red barrels. The red barrels have got to go now. And yet, 2,000 we do not have. This is getting silly, but just because I'm a believer, and I always know there's a collector somewhere out there, and this is the ultimate collector's stone. I know back when we had the red barrels introduced, oh, that was such a great day. It was still, it was one of the more memorable days of my entire career, and I've done literally thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of shows like this one. And to have Red Barrel in the selection I did, these weren't here at the time. Obviously, if they were, I would have shown them to you, and that would have been exciting. Unfortunately, they were not here. We made them after the fact and had these incredible matched rounds we decided to put together. And if anybody's interested and 2,000 doesn't do it for you, I can just throw it out there and whisper it to you, 1,500. We'll just go 1,500. And see if that makes a difference, if that moves the needle at all, if that helps you out, if that gets you better savings, and you know 2,000's good on an $18,000 earring. That's, to me, I'm really, really pushing the envelope of value here just to get the phone lines ringing tonight. So there we go. Last call, $1,500 to get it started. And then we're going to go to golden pearls. $1,500. Why not? Red barrels at nearly 10 points apiece. One of the most unusual and rare and all natural and gem quality. I mean, they're gemmy, they're rich, they're bright, they're everything. And we've got, go ahead, Tony, 60 seconds, please. Let's do it. 60 seconds. I've dropped it again. The open is too low. That's the obvious statement of the year. That's easy to see. You don't have to be the world's longest collector to know that that is not, even for the white diamonds, which is the most common of the different pieces that put this together, right? That's the most easy to replicate, is the white diamond halo on the outside. No open either? All right, well, I tried. You got to give it an A for effort. And an A for a heck of a tiny price. Oh, wait, do we have it? 1,500 we have? We do. Oh, okay. We just got the open? Great. So we have the open at 15. And I don't think this auction is going anywhere. So here's what I'm going to do. We will make sure you have a last call opportunity. We're going to give it a last chance right now. Bless you, by the way. We're going to go ahead and help you out here. We're going to give 2 minutes, and we do have the open, so these will sell. The earring pair will be gone in a matter of 2 minutes' time. When that clock hits 00, these will be sold. They will be gone, they will be done, and they will forever be somebody else's and not your own, unfortunately, unless you're dialed in. And that's really critical right now. Dial in, you got nothing to lose except what? I can bring out others, but they are literally tinier stones with no diamonds whatsoever in over 10,000. One is $59.99. They were the really small. The slightly bigger ones are over $10,000, and there's nothing around them. They are literally, to be honest with you guys, they're so small they would fall right through my piercing. That's how small they were, because there was 10 points total weight. So they were so tiny, they would not even, they would literally go right through the piercing. So that's not what a lot of us are going to really find practical to wear. So wanted to bring you something larger, more impressive, and yet look at the price tag. 1,500, last call, 2 minutes, and we go. They will be sold. They will be sold and gone in a matter of 2 minutes' time. And that'll be that on our red barrels with the yellow diamonds and the white diamonds together. Golden pearls, a strand. Thank you, Marcia, for asking for them. Really excited to see those come out to play. I'm so glad we have a strand. And then we'll bring those out, and then we're going to go into a few other things in our last hour here. A Paraíba, a diamond bracelet, a mandarin garnet blowout, one of the most expensive stones in the world. We have them both. We're going to feature the 2 most expensive stones in the world coming up in the last hour, but not at the most expensive pricing. So it's going to be a great day to shop those really big exotics that you have coming your way here today. So we'll do that as well. It's going to be a lot of fun. So stay with us. The last hour is when we're going to get real jammed and busy here. We got a lot of new people joining in the fun in this last hour, no question about it. And here we are with our last minute and 8 seconds left of this auction for red beryl earrings with yellow and white diamonds, and far larger than anything else I had. You would probably, if I showed you the other previous red beryl option in earrings, you'd probably think it was a joke. Like they were really, really small. I don't think they're practical. I don't think they were that wearable. I thought the price was, you know, a lot to ask for a smaller earring. So then this came along and I thought, well, $17,999. I get how rare they are. You do too. And now this, $1,500. And you can't find them anywhere else. And if those of you are out there going, well, let me go see what the street, you know, the store down the street's doing. Let me go see what the, you know, other networks are doing. They're not showing you red beryls. There's none of it out there. It's not for sale. It's in museums. It's really that challenging and that rare of a stone. So it's definitely, the bigger challenge is not affording it. It's actually finding it. That's why collectors usually love when we bring it, because not only is it here, but it's extra affordable as well. And we have 1,500 once, twice, 3 times. That is 4 seconds to make it official, but that's going to be gone. And then we're going to go right to the hand here, Tony, because we've got our golden pearls awaiting you all right now. Take a look at this strand. This is a very impressive strand of pearls, and I want to show you the whole strand because 113-1390 is the item number here coming up. And this is your elegant, highest in pearl, golden, natural colors, South Sea. It's 113-1390. If you remember way back when, the very first pearl strand I had like this was $13,000. It was $12,999 to get you a golden pearl strand of the South Sea variety. Well, enter our new pearl collection for the month of June, celebrating this month's birthstone in the most grand way possible is right here. 10 to 11 millimeters, not graduated. They're the same size, more or less. There's always just, we give a little bit of range because if one's 10.8 or one's 10.6 millimeters, we go anywhere between 10 and 11. You see the solid gold clasp. I'm gonna let you choose your gold color there. We went with the tonal yellow gold option. You can choose white gold if you'd like a little contrast, but it's gonna be that fluted design. I always like to point out so you don't have to stress about it when it gets home. How the heck do I open it? Well, look for the little notch. There's a little, see that little piece that sticks up right there? I know it's tiny, but look for it or just feel for it. Press it down. I pressed it down. See that little notch, that little ridge? Press it down, it releases it. Now we have a hook. I have to show this because you'd be amazed for those of you going, you show this every time. I have to because then you get it at home and I get the calls and the emails. So I don't know, my clasp is broken. How do I open it? So let me show you again. Now this is where you're going to put it on. I like to bring it forward. I don't think this is the kind of clasp, full disclosure. This one you're not going to be able to do without looking behind your neckline. You know how you can do that with your spring ring and your lobster claw if you're an advanced jewelry wearer, like a lot of us are, you can do it without looking. This one I think you need to put in the front of your neckline and put it on in front of a mirror because this is a very fine detail. You're gonna hook, and that shouldn't deter you, that's just this is the way these pearl closures work. Hook it right there, you see that's step one, and that's not it. Now push it in. Let that little V-shaped fastener disappear. It's like magic. You're gonna do your own magic trick and it's gonna disappear. You push it, and when you push it in, give it a little push down and in at the same time because remember it's a V shape and it's going inside of that. And if you're wondering how did you just do that? Again, watch carefully, push and it attaches inside. So then it's locked. That's your figure 8, if you will. That's your security mechanism. So the strand is 18 inches. You get 39 pearls per strand. And this is the $12,999 strand we used to have. Now we went on a long hiatus, a drought of not bringing any golden South Sea pearls, and now it's here. And now it's more affordable. And let me help you own it if you like the ultimate golden pearl. And again, 2 steps to the pearl closure for the clasp. There it is. Press it down, unlatch, okay? Then when it's on around the neckline, push that little V into that little squared off link. So just like so. And there's one step. And you can leave it like that. It's not going to go anywhere. You're not going to get that out. Gravity's going to help it lie perfectly. It gives you actually about an extra ½ inch if you want that extra length. But if you want it to be extra secure, and we do, push it in and you're done. And you'll hear it click. There's a very distinctive click when it's all the way in that spherical style. Here's what it looks like from a distance on the neckline, showing here, and then you can see that gorgeous luster. See how it's darker over here and you're seeing the glow of the stones even more so? That's because pearls don't need a lot of light. They look better in lesser light. And just from taking it a couple feet over from the close-up over here to on my neckline, you see that glow just got better. Okay, so the strand is going to be less than, well, not doing $12,999, but it's less than $3,000 to get the strand. This would be why you call now. It's not $29.99, and here's the whole length of the strand. So you can see it continuous, solid. Each one might be a tad bit different. They are natural South Sea pearls. So again, if you want them to be completely 100% uniform and alike, you may want to go faux. I won't tell anybody that's allowed. But if you want the real deal and you're looking for exotic and you want special and you want beautiful and you want round and you want to make it into a bracelet, you can. You could do that if you want to. You could have 2 9-inch bracelets if you want. It would actually sit a little bit shorter than that because the pearls themselves has some large diameter, so it wouldn't even sit like a 9, it'd sit more like an 8. Let's go ahead and blow it out and get it lower than even $29 or $28 or $27.99, and all great values, but best value we can bring you on the golden pearl strand with about $650 clasp enclosure right there, and yet it's $26.99. $2,699 for the pearl strand. How incredible is that? $26.99. Think about it this way. 39 pearls, and this is the rarest that as they get. They don't get rarer than that. And we're dividing $26.99 by 39. That's $69 a pearl. If there's no money for the actual stringing them together, knotting them in between each and every pearl, what about the clasp enclosure I told you about? $650 individually for that. So we're putting together quite the value here on the strand that is opulence, but also very wearable. So let us know on that one. And then we go back to, well, I got to move those red barrels aside because those are sold as well. Congratulations on those. And then here's that very, very big trillion. Let's just go ahead and blow out this trillion tanzanite, which is our, I believe, our last. Here is our trillion, and it's a great big size. It's 113-1560 is your item number, and we'll zoom back for the 7 carat 39, letting this one just shine and glow and give away its neon. Now that's a blue wing block D right there. Loving the specialty color. Don't forget we have the earrings that we tried to auction off earlier still available in our blue wing block D oval. So they're still available if you'd like to get those. It's going to be a frantic frenzy of phone calls at the end of the night. We know that. Everyone taking everything. You know, we sell out of everything in every show. It's just a matter of timing. It doesn't always sell out right in the first airing on these weeknights because we start on the early side. So it's just about to enter prime time, which is about when we used to start shows. So we're getting to that busy time of night. Now the diamond weight here is 80 points. So just, I always like to say right before 7, we usually get a huge influx of viewers right about now. So I want to make sure that if you're thinking about something from earlier, pick them up now before they're gone to somebody else, as we will recap and eventually sell everything from the evening, as always. But here is 7 carat 39, 80 points in diamonds, white golds, how this one's going to stay. Now we're going to do a huge blowout price tag to get this one gone before our top of the hour, because it's coming. And then we're only down to 1 hour left, and we got incredible, it's a really busy hour. We're going to start with our mandarin blowout. We're going to do our Paraibas, all that really, really rare, but not so high prices coming your way. But look at this. This is a very important, it's a softer trillion. See how the sides are a little more rounded? Each one of the 3 sides is a little bit more rounded there than some, isn't it? So you've got these incredible larger diamonds here, the diamonds down the sides of the band as well. We're gonna have it sitting perfectly for you because it's gonna fit true. Once you tell us what size you need, of course, that's gonna be what's delivered to you. So it's ready to wear, but it's certainly a specialty look, isn't it? And then of course, if you like your trillion pointing up towards the hand, let me show you what that would look like here. So you can see it that way, and we'll go ahead and give it a crazy, crazy blowout price. And a really good one at that, especially when you've not seen this one. Brand new, white gold only here, sizing it for free for you, no problem. And let's go ahead and blow it out for better than $24,000, because that's where the tanzanites are going. And the whole world of tanzanites, especially with all the murmurs out there about there's a lot going on with, does the mine have much time left? And honestly, here it doesn't really even matter as much because what's coming out of the ground is so vastly different from what we provide you. What's coming out of the ground, what's been coming out of the ground is such a different quality level than what we bring you here. So it's really exciting to be able to say, no, it doesn't really matter when it runs out. Obviously, the whole world economy will change in Tanzanite when it is officially done and mined out. We're going to see the price tags and the values soar even more than they already are. So that means that's a good thing. All of us who own Tanzanite, your Tanzanite is going to become more valuable no matter what variety it is. But especially, certainly if you want that really important quality that is what we provide, our exclusive here that nobody else has, and it's that best of the best, and it's better than 24,000. Let's go ahead and send this one out. One only here. It's only $39.99, and that'll be for one caller only. And then we've got that big bangle, and we've got our Paraíba, and we also have that Mandarin Garnet Trio blowout coming up for you at the top of the hour, which is 2 minutes away. Any reminder here, do have some Tanzanite earrings from earlier. Gold quartz, the museum masterpiece must go as our merengue. That's here as well. We also have, oh, the cornflower blue. Got to make sure. And I think the diamond earrings. Did those diamond earrings ever get a home, you guys? And did I not? I feel like they did, and I just didn't hear about it. The yellow and white gold diamond baguettes and rounds, those earrings, the almost floral stout. Did that get a home or not? That was 112-1333. Just want to make sure. I know there were a lot of people talking about them. I did want to do a quick recap before we get to our top of the hour. That is the diamond earring, and yes, there's a two-part special here. Here's one, here's the other. So you're going to see what those look like. There they are, and you can wear them different ways, as I'm showing you there. They were $16.99 if you'd like to get those. The baguettes and the rounds together, making quite the designer style, isn't it? So those are $16.99 for the pair, and two-tone 18 karat on those as well. So those may still be here. Also have the big cornflower. Oh, okay, good. So the diamond earrings I showed you, thank goodness. Somebody wasn't sitting at home worried, oh my gosh, what's she doing showing my earrings? Those earrings are still here. And then this is the cornflower. Cornflower blue sapphire, $268. Cornflower blue, all of that little spark of neon. It's really a unique, secondary, vibrant violet color that comes through with the blues. It's a distinctive blue, but that's our $268. 18 karat gold. Huge stone, great oval, looks even larger, great diamonds around it too. That's 81 points in diamonds. You're getting along with it. And that is down to $49.99. Who would have ever thought a nearly 3 karat blue sapphire could ever be? And it's not blue, it's cornflower blue. There's a big distinctive difference between the two. And that color is everything. So $49.99 on that one. The diamond earrings, I'll just remind you what's here. These are really beautiful diamond earrings. Remember, they were only $16.99 for those incredible diamond earrings. I would highly recommend those. They're just no good way to show them to you here sitting by themselves, but I'll show them to you again. And then we'll do that. And then we've got now about 15 seconds till our top of the hour and our Mandarin Trio. It's going to be madness. Mandarin madness, because they're one of a kind, so they're not exactly going to last very long, but it'll be fun to do it. It'll be fun to blow out mandarins. We never get to do that. Mandarins have been the most highly increasing per carat in all the stones in all the land, right there with Paraíba. Those two stones have been what's really happening in the gem world. So that's going to be something I'm thrilled to be able to say, let's blow out some discounts on those. Here are those earrings yet again. So many cool ways to wear them. And yet 112-1333 was your number. Just reminding you, 85 points plus 72 points. That's how the baguettes and the diamond rounds break down. And let me show you here what they look like so that they're similarly upright, so you can really get, that's how they look. Aren't these amazing? And they're done by that big designer. These are not made in-house. That's why I can't change the gold color for you. And one thing that I should also add is this is 112-1333. So that's the difference, the 112. And it's 85 plus 72 in the diamonds overall. But I think that, I don't know if I mentioned this early on. I don't think I did. There are 2 yellow diamonds in the middle. So it's white diamonds and yellow diamonds in emerald cuts. Do you see the 2 that are right here? Right there down the middle of the earring are 2 yellows, and then the rest are white going beyond that. So it's actually, and there's not an actual definitive carat weight on the yellows. So I'm just hoping they're a big part of the grand total of the carat weight here, but 85, 72, that's your breakdown there. So it's 157 overall in these diamond earrings, and they're $16.99, and that's unbelievable to me. So cornflower is, well, we're verifying on everything. So we'll see who's got what, the trillion tanzanite, the cornflower blue, or the diamond earrings, but they're all one of a kind, and once they're gone, they're gone. And then we'll get to our mandarin blowout, the earrings, correct? All right, the earrings are now gone. We're gonna set up for a huge, I have been waiting the entire day for this. I'm so excited about this Mandarin madness we're about to embark on here. The earrings are already gone, but we do have the tanzanite and the cornflower. So those are the ones I'd pick up at this point, but that's only the beginning, because here is my next, my oval, and our wheel, I know our wheel is shaking and moving and doing all kinds of weird things. So bear with us. I hope it doesn't bother you too much. There's my third option. Ooh, well. Let's zoom back so we can see the beauty of the trio. And all one of a kind. So it's going to be a blink and you miss it deal. But as we are here in our last hour tonight, and there's our round in the bridge, our oval over here, which gives you more of that Greek key style. Here's a very tailored, elegant, fancy cut diamonds around an emerald cut. Sign me up. That looks extremely high end. Does it not? These are very special Mandarin garnets, and we're going to talk a little bit about, and I mean a little, because this is not going to be something that lasts very long, on our Mandarin garnets. But welcome into our very last hour tonight. Can you believe it? Wednesday night coming to an end here in 1 hour. We've got our Mandarin Madness coming up for you. 3 great rings, all one of a kinds. Hi everybody, Lauren Blair here. Glad you're with us. We got a little bit of time left. We've got so much to show you. And it's going to be quite the ride here, because on this Wednesday last hour, we're going to bring you 2 of the most important and expensive stones that exist in the world, and all on discounting. It's not just the Mandarin garnets. After this, there will be a Paraíba that is also going to be really discounted. Big discount. Big way we're discounting a very special blue-green, the classic color, the go-to, the signature look, a very rare stone, and that's going to be coming up as well. So welcome into the Mandarin Madness. You got to dial early. This is, I know, it's a stone that creates a little bit of nerves every time we even say the name, because it's very expensive material. That's why we thought Wednesday night would be the perfect night to take 3 of them and truly blow them out. Less than they've ever been priced, only discovered in 1991. Yes, part of the overarching garnet family, but one of the rare, because to get a true Mandarin is a very distinctive color that, yes, there are spessartites that give you more brown red, not nearly as rare as the manganese depleted variety of the spessartite, which is the Mandarin. And the Mandarin is the brightest version of. It is the bright, it is the stunning. It puts if you've ever seen an orange diamond, it puts them to shame. I always advocate for a Mandarin garnet over an orange diamond, and you would spend more for an orange diamond, but it would be more brown than it is orange. That's not the case here. Take a look at how bright and vibrant these are. Now, I know we've got 18 karat gold, so just a reminder, that's the 18 karat, and the other 2 are 14 karat. So if you're already thinking, how do I get the best purity, you go there. If you want the round, 14 karat gold bridge, I'm going to walk you through, because these are about 1.5 carats each. They're either a little over or a little under. So here's how we make some magic happen. Mandarin madness or magic, because you know what? The madness can only ensue after the magic happens in the first place. And that's what we're doing right now. So here are the carat weights that you're getting. This is the 141. So that's, yes. Already liking the emerald cut? Me too. Marnie and me. Sounds like a TV show we should do, Marnie, don't you think? Is it Marnie or Marty? Marnie. Marnie, I do like this one in good taste, because she's got the 18 karat gold on her radar here. So that's the 18 karat, the only one of the 3, and it's a 141 with 17 points in the trillions and 12 points in the round. So that would be a total of 29 points. Then we go to the bridge. It's going to give you a step up in diamond weight. That's the 152. It's actually second largest, so we're going up in size here. And that's the 152 at 95 points in diamonds. And then we go here, which is the 1 carat 60, largest stone, 58 points in diamond weight. Just tell me which one you love. Yes. You got it, of course. And that one, actually, we can change the gold color on. So if you like the way these yellows are looking, these 2 are going to stay in the yellow gold. This one can be changed. So let's take a look at it on the hand. Simple elegance right here. Simple, straightforward, but makes a statement, because the Mandarins in great, oh, look at that. The flash off that emerald cut Mandarin, not to be confused with the look of orange diamond, sure, but this is that bright neon, bright like Fanta orange. I mean, really, truly the best of the best. It's just so incredible to see a natural stone do this. And again, to think that it does it because of the depletion of an element, lesser of an element, less manganese, makes it more colorful, more bright, more brilliant, more neon. I think it's just one of the coolest stories of the gem world is the mandarin. And it's also a very youthful gem, because I don't just mean youthful like it looks cool. I'm talking about discovered in 91. Not a lot of gems can say that. Most gems have been around for a long, long time. They predate us by far in our lifetime. These are all discovered within our lifetime, and yet few short years later, gone. So pretty exciting to be able to get one. It's one of the big reasons why, though, the prices are so high on the mandarin everywhere but here. And we have one caller, and I know this is frightening because we all know these pieces. Every one of them was over 10,000. Every one of them, 10,999 and up. There was actually a range here from 10,999, which is really 11, all the way up to 12,500. So they're not exactly easy stones normally. That's why we need a blowout. That's why we have the madness here. That's why we're doing what we're doing. And that's why you need to be on the phone lines, like a lot of people already getting on the lines, telling us which one they love the most. It's not 10,000. And I promise you, here's the one thing I can say. Even on a quiet Wednesday, I can guarantee you right now, they will all go. They will all go. It is confidence that comes from a place of knowing what kind of blowout we're talking about here. Exactly how low we're going. I know that. So, and I know mandarins because I've sold them for a lot of years. I wasn't in the business in 1991, but I'll tell you this. When I got in the business a few short years later, everybody was talking about mandarin. But it was talked about as the stone that everybody was excited about because it was so new. It was like nobody knew it existed. Think about that. In 1990, there was no knowledge of a bright orange existence of a garnet. Isn't that incredible? It was brown garnets, yes. Red garnets, yes. Red garnets are the typical pyrope garnets. We saw those all the time. Please dial. I just hate when people miss out. It's like the really, really, really rough part of this job is when you sell one of a kinds. It's why it's great for those places that have like 10,000 of stuff. Great. Because they never disappoint people. You know, that's great. It's really difficult, though, to bring rare and exotics and have more than one because there are no two stones that look like this. So this is it. It's go time. And I know that they get frustrating because even when you see them here on my air here, it's a very expensive stone, as it should be. This is going to be better than 10,000. What if we tell you we're automatically taking half off and going 55? And that's just a starting off point for the blowout. The blowout that's about to ensue is simply going to make these as affordable as they can ever be. Ever can be, ever will be. It's an extra bonus for our Wednesday night. And I got to tell you right now, they were supposed to be $39.99 today, and that should get the job done. As this show, I mean, I've been on the air for 2 hours and 9 minutes, so you get a good feel for the show. I just don't think that that's going to do it today. I don't think that $39.99 is going to be getting the job done. So I'm taking them even lower just for you. Let's make it disappear, and they will go. I will promise you that. They will go. They're not staying here because the price tag's too good. It's just that simple. We can't keep things here that are this drastically discounted. And it's not $39 or $29.99. One of the high-end stones in the land, and we'll get to Paraíba. I know it's a bright color. I know it's beautiful, it's bright, it's amazing, but it's also very, very important because there's no others coming out of the ground. That's why the price tags keep on skyrocketing. And you don't like $29.99. Well, I kind of knew that already. I kind of felt that. I thought that might be the way this works. So let's go even lower, but by the time I do this, they're going to be so gone, and you know what? Your chances now. And they're not going to be 29 or 28 or 27 or 26 or 25. I need you ready to go. The round is where you get the most diamond weight. The stone on the right is the oval. That's where you get the most gem weight in the center. All you've got to do is decide which one would you love. They're not even $25.99. Come on in. I will never steer you wrong. At least that's certainly not my intention. And when I'm doing blowouts on a Wednesday night, we all have to take good looks at things because you will never see the price tag again. And it seems like, oh, that's no problem. I'm sure she'll do that eventually. No, this is impossible to do. And we're not talking about the gold alone is so vast here, and there's 18 karat gold and 14 karat gold and lots of diamond weights, and it's not even possible to do the gold alone for the price I'm going to take them to. So come on in. The shopping is really, really good. And they're not 25 or 24 or 23. It's an even better value, and we're ready to sell them all out. It's one of the three you like. Take them all if you'd like to, but the stones, the cuts couldn't be better. That's the other thing, is the clarity. It's why we're not going to bring you every one of them we have. We have a million of them, but the thing is, a lot of them have inherent inclusions. You're not looking for inclusions. You want something that's clean and bright and flawless to the eye, and that's what all three of these are giving you. And but you know what? They're not even 22 or 21. Let's go even lower than that. Amazing value. It already is. But what can I do? Give them away. Not even $2,099. This is your chance. They're all going to sell. Let's make them $1,999. It's by far the best price. And they're all right around 1.5 carats. So they're a big size as well. You just tell me emerald cut, round, or oval, and which one do you want to see on the hand first? Emerald cut, and then the right. Okay, so here's the carat 60, and that one is for sure gone, Jason. All right, this is the big oval. That's 112 6101. There it is. That's the 160 with 58 points in diamonds, and the split shank, and that, I call it a sort of Greek key. It's not exactly, but it's kind of the influence of a Greek key going around it, making up that larger border and halo, and that is $19.99. Jason, you taking that one? Verify. Oh, that one's gone. Congratulations. So that one's 6101. Now we have two left, which would be the round in the bridge or the emerald cut in the 18 karat gold, and your choice of $1,999. Here we go. And Paraíba, I don't know. Should we wait on the Paraíba? Maybe do that tomorrow. Not a Paraíba day. Well, if mandarins aren't going for $19.99, then no, I'm not going to get this $8,000 Paraíba out of here, but it is pretty. Look at that. That's a bright, bright stone. Clean. It's an elongated oval. That's the other rarity in this world that hasn't stopped increasing in price tag ever. Just like the mandarins, they keep on going up. They keep on getting more pricey. They keep on keeping on. So it gets very, very, I mean, it's like every single day that goes by. You know, quickly a week goes by and a month goes by. Every day that goes by, your stones, your mandarins, and your Paraíbas get more and more expensive. I mean, really, everything does. And yet not here. We're doing exactly the opposite. Exactly the opposite, and that's what we're here to do. So mandarin garnets, here's our Paraíba. If you're interested, let me know. I'm not going to show it tonight unless there's somebody out there that says, please show it. I want to just, yeah, I want to try and keep, you know, any further embarrassment about rare stones in this world going too cheap off the national television airwaves. But that's our big emerald cut. Look how stunning that is. And then there's that round with a lot of diamond weight for $19.99. Okay, so I have a quick request here for Evelyn. Thank you, Evelyn, for the request. I've actually got one of our cutest pieces here, and I don't think that's even up for debate. I think it's our cutest piece. Here it is. Take a look at the sea lion pendant with a blue zircon. That is cute, sophisticated, very heavy gold weight. You'll see the way it's finished beautifully on the inside. It's got a new discount too, which I happen to love. 1129017. So love when we can bring out something with more gold weight and make it less expensive than it's ever been, because with this amount of gold weight, this is a nice solid piece. I do want to show you that undergallery. You'll see all this up close, but just seeing it from a distance away, it's the coolest. You want to talk about a conversation piece? Yeah, that's definitely a conversation piece. And here's what it looks like from a distance away. It's 1.5 inches, top to bottom. It's so unique. All the diamonds are as like playing the role of spots. It's like spots in the back of the sea lion here. In the white gold, I want to show it to you on as well, because this is quite the pendant, and it's going to be, that bail is where the blue zircon is. And you can see the whimsy of the balancing of the blue zircon ball, if you will, on the nose. The distinctive fins and flippers here. We'll take a look at him up close too, so you can see. And I got to go zoom back here, so forgive me. I'm going to leave him for a minute. He'll take a little short nap, and then he'll be right back with us, upright and ready to go to your home. So this is going to be a very important style here, and yet there's that finishing I was telling you about. It's also really pretty the way that's finished and cut out design details. That blue zircon, stunning, 236. And then 14 points in the diamonds that are burnished in. And of course, all mirror finished. And yes, you do have one burnished diamond for the eye. Very distinctive, and I mean the coolest. Critters, we love. Personality pieces, we love. It just shows you can have serious jewelry that doesn't take itself seriously, necessarily so seriously, right? Serious quality. Serious rarity in that gem, great workmanship, diamonds and gold, but It's down below $49.99, which is, you know, this was developed a while ago. Old gold price at $5,000, but a lot of gold. And we're going to do better than even, well, for the first time ever, I'm reducing it below even $4,000 or $39.99. A lot better offering here tonight. Values are really the name of the game. And that will be, forget about $2,999. One only, $19.99, lowest price it's ever been. And that is a one only. Can't make it again. Again, the gold's too much. It's too much gold for making in today's gold era. Can't do it in today's gold environment. Just cannot do it. So that is $1,999 for our sea lion with the big blue zircon. And that is really putting in perspective how large the piece is overall when you see that that's a 2 carat 36 stone right there up top. Yes, Jason? Oh, we want to revisit the tanzanites. Yes? Okay, so we can do that really quickly. Sea lion is going to the side here while we bring out, and who's this for? They've obviously been with us for a few minutes. Okay, so we want to revisit the tanzanite earrings, and we've got the open. All right, so what I did earlier, for those of you that were not with me, and we're going to come in closer here on our tanzanite earrings, but it's a revisit because we had 113-1607 earlier tonight, new, and 5 carats 83 of tanzanites and 18 karat gold. Would you like the sea lion? The sea lion is still available. Okay, you want the sea lion. The sea lion's now gone, and now we're talking about tanzanites yet again. Nearly 3 carats each. Halo and diamonds, which I'm sorry is wrong because there's definitely more than 22 points. Again, there's no possible way there are 22 points. There's just no way. Because we counted approximately, there's approximately 30 diamonds per earring. So about 60 diamonds overall, and they're not one pointers. They got to be bigger than that. So point is, you're getting a lot more diamonds than you're bargaining for here. And you've got this really important size. I know I've got a fingerprint on one, so I'll remove that. And then let me know if she needs to see them. But I understand she wants to give us the open at 3,000. All right. So we've got the open at 3. And since it's a revisit, but still at the same time, I know some of you are seeing them for the first time. I do want to show them on the hand and rather on the ear both. We'll do both so we can see the full measurement. I'll give it a quick polish first before I do that, and then we'll show you. It is a centered post, so it can be north to south, east to west, or at a diagonal. I always like to point that out because you should know what to expect when they get home. And then you see there, upright is probably the most common way we'd expect to wear them on the ear, just, you know, given the size they are. It's tougher to do east and west. When you've got a bigger earring, because they really want to sit north to south. They're a little over ½ an inch. I'll show them on the ear yet again so we can see, if you missed it earlier, a nice idea of what they look like from a distance away and how they're going to present when they're on the ear for you. But don't they look great? It's definitely a nice large size. I mean, they show up. There's no missing them because they're nearly 3 carats per. So there's definitely, you're not going to not see them. Nobody's going to look at you and not notice your incredible, saturated, bright, super dark neons. And we'll go ahead and blow them out here really quickly because 2 minutes left on the clock. Yes, they're a revisit from earlier this evening. And now we're going final call, 2 minutes. We are able to change the gold color as well. So you're getting to customize them to whatever you'd like. Yes, white gold, they could go out tomorrow, but if you'd rather have something else, you can go ahead and get them in the yellow or the rose. I gotta know who picked up the sea lion over there. Oh, wonderful. She's gonna love that, don't you think? That's just, jewelry is intended to bring a smile to your face. It always should. And I think certain pieces just guaranteed. They're smiles you wear, and that sea lion, definitely one of them. We're going to do our big bingle too. And then let me know. We still haven't had anybody say, I like the Paraíba. I think these may be going to Melanie. Where's she calling us from, Jason? Is she here in California? Is she somewhere else? She's in California. Oh, I have a question for her. Did she feel that big earthquake today? I know we didn't, but it was up north. I think she's up north, right? I think she is. I think she's up north. Did she feel it? It's a big earthquake, almost a 6. Big earthquake, rocked like Northern California. You'll have to ask her. Ask her, I hope all's okay. Point is, I hope all's okay for our Northern and Central California people. We know what that's like. We experience our fair share here. But that's a big one. 45 seconds left, 3,000. Last call, I can show you the most amazing green zircon. Rubellite, tanzanite, bangle. We still have 2 mandarins left, go figure. And then the big sphene. Big spin, then we'll do our official final recap as well for you. But 28 seconds remain now. I think, are we going to have a competitor-less auction? Not even a competitor for the end of the auction here. 19 seconds left to make it official. And a phone is ringing. Where will they go? I don't know, but 3,000 is far too low when they start at 15. You can see that difference there. But those 3 carat plusers each, almost. You've got those really, really special. I wish the diamond weight was accurate, but hey, it's accurate, inaccurate in the best way because you're getting more than you're paying for. Definitely. I mean, I was only able to do 3,000 to open because the diamond weight is so scant up there, but obviously there's far more. This earring has a lot more than 22 points. I don't know what went awry here, but something was off and something was misdone. So obviously, no way you're getting just 10 points of rounds and 12 points of baguette. There's no way. Something went really wrong there. So you're getting far more diamond weight. If I had to estimate, what were we calculating? 10 baguettes, it looks like approximately maybe 20 rounds per earring. So yeah, there's no way. I mean, even if they're 1 point a piece, you've got probably 2/3 of a carat in diamonds. And they're not 1 point a piece, they're bigger. Let's look at the baguettes. Either way, that's all, again, minimums is what I can guarantee. Here we are. Anybody else on the Tanzanite earrings? Once, twice, 3 times? Sold. Congratulations. Those are gone. Thank you. Thank you. They're staying in Cali. And then let me show this to you because this is the big oval bangle. Just want to put it out there in case you're curious about the bangle I was wearing earlier. This is a wild one. I know we're sitting with this. We have a different wheel these days, and it's not the same. So just going to try to hoist this up to your eye level and show you that incredible diamond bangle. It's 4.5 carats in diamonds. Let me know if you're interested in that one at all. Bezel sets. I've been wearing that throughout the evening. It's a really good look, and obviously looking maybe 4 times or 5 times the size they actually are, because those 13 stones across the front are 35 points each on average, but they really look like 1 carat each because of the way they're done in the oval shape, but with the bezel setting. So they're really extraordinary, and that's going to be we can try to blow that out for you. Speaking of blowouts, I do want to remind you, if you are newer to the show in the last 90 minutes, we did have our museum masterpiece must go today, and it looks like this. It is the incredible and largest 3 carat 06 Mahenge Spinel that is here as a part of not just a blowout or a closeout. It is a must go, and it hasn't gone yet, and we've got 35 minutes to go in the show. So I just feel like, well, it must be one of those cases that we haven't had it shown to everybody yet then. It hasn't been seen yet by everybody, it looks like. So we're really excited that this one is now here for you. It's our 306, and it's the marquise, and it's 36 points in the pink and 128 in the white diamond. So an extremely high-end diamond weight in that double halo, but also the Mahenge itself is really one of those that is a little bit more obscure to find just anywhere you look. Very difficult to find quality like this, even in smaller sizes, and obviously this being the big headline 3 carats 06 in that museum must go, and it's our museum masterpiece. It doesn't even get on the air all that often. It's been here for about a decade. It started at 30,000, and now tonight, not only is it under 10,000, but went extremely low to bring this to you at a better value that's intended to make sure it gets out the door. And the only way to do that is by bringing it less than 10 and 9. And yes, it's down to 88 for one caller here tonight. And you still have a money back guarantee to see it at home, check it out, wear it, see what it's all about, and then decide. But there's simply nothing else quite like this in our entire inventory. Yes, we have Mahenges, but even the smaller 10 pointers, 20 pointers, which is usually about where they land on average, are not nearly this color or this neon. With that bigger size, you're getting a lot of extra saturation, and it's here for 88. So just want to let you know that's still hanging out for you. So you have the option to pick that up tonight, and it will go before the end of the night. At least it would have to at that price tag. That is not something I ever expected to present. I presented it a number of times over the last decade. It's a really special piece. Now, nobody has asked for it. Nobody has talked about it. Nobody has said, I'm interested, I'm thinking about it. Let me show you a closer look, though, because here is what I think, and I'm going to make a big statement here, because this is, first of all, it's a stone I've studied for a long, long time. I was the first to bring it onto TV a long, long time ago. It was 22 years ago. It's a long time ago. And yet, I can't believe it. Every time I say it, I have to pause and think, was it really that long ago? But yes, it was. It's just amazing how time flies by so quickly. But this is a very important stone. As we all know, the world of Paraíba and this incredible signature color, this blue-green, that is what Paraíba is known for, is this ultra neon blue-green turquoisey color that is so powerful and so impactful. And yet there's a lot of us, I know that I have a collection myself that I started collecting back in 2004 when I first started bringing it on national television. And that was mostly loose stones, and they were specimens at that point. We were selling anything and everything because it was so rare, and yet it wasn't all gem quality. And yet it still was extremely important, and important for collectors to pick up because included stones were going, everything was going. It's a very, very important stone. And we look at it here in this very wearable size, and I believe that this is the most wearable, and if I do this right, the most affordable opportunity to get a gem quality Paraíba that I've ever had. And I know there's a number of us who get frustrated sometimes seeing this stone, knowing its beauty, knowing its rarity, knowing that it's really top of the wish list for so many, and seeing the prices it commands, and talking about those values and prices going up every single day without fail. It's still happening. Saw them in the Las Vegas show. That was not even, 3 weeks ago. It was literally 23 days ago. And I was looking at these stones going for crazy. Now, granted, they were for sale, a couple of them, not a lot of them. There wasn't a big display case or anything like that. But for the first time in a long time, there was one auction in Tucson's show back in February of this year. There was one auctioned off, and it sold for millions and millions of dollars. And it was a 1 carat. So millions and millions of dollars. And that was because everybody was competing on that same stone. And then, of course, there were a couple stones that actually went up for sale at the JCK show, which was only 3 weeks ago. And again, we were seeing literally $70,000, $80,000 per carat on stones no larger than what you're looking at. You might be thinking, oh, that was probably a 50 carat. No, I've not seen a 50 carat. Largest one I've ever presented on TV, 16 carats in gem quality. There were a couple specimens early on. They were cloudy, they were included, they were really like almost opaque. When we're talking gem quality, jewelry grade, we're looking at this one here as the ultimate. It's that blue-green variety. It's 50 points on the oval. It's going to look bigger than that because it is indeed elongated. So you see that there. It's that elongated and set in a signature style. So you're going to get the diamonds on the side and the finishing here. And it's a 50-point diamond weight as well. So you get 50 points on the center, 50 points, call it 50 for 50. The 50-50 ring, well, there's nothing 50-50 about it unless you're talking about also the blues and greens. Exactly what you want it to be. Exactly where it should be. Exactly what the ideal, most expensive per carat stones go for in the world today. It's right there in this incredible wearable design. 1130978 is the number. I want to try it on. I'm going to do any gold you'd like because, by goodness, if you're going to get a Paraíba, I know we're not all in the position to get like 18 of them, or maybe I'm going to get 50 different Paraíbas. No. You want to get the perfect Paraíba. And for all intents and purposes, color-wise, this is the perfect Paraíba. With the split of the color, the ultimate neons, the glow, even under lower light, is just going to, look at that sparkle. Look at that glow and that neon and that brilliance. And yet, the diamonds are also going to just wrap around the sides. Do you see how that's fully visible from the side? I turned it all the way to the profile. You still see the diamonds. Same with the other side. Of course, they actually go around in this rounded dome-like fashion around the sides of the ring. The classic halo is there. That is the perfect size. That is the perfect everyday wearable. That is the perfect classic. That is exactly what you want for everyday wear. And don't worry about wearing it every day because you don't have to worry about the stone's durability. It's that tourmaline. So we know we wear tourmalines all the time. Blues, greens, bicolors, pinks, whatever it is. Wear your tourmalines. Don't have to baby them. Don't have to save it for a special occasion. Wear your jewelry. Wear your jewelry or sell it. If you're not wearing it, sell it. Get that money for that jewelry. I've been doing that with all my old jewelry. I've been doing it for my family's old jewelry. We've been selling any piece we don't wear. That, my mom was shopping for jewelry back in the 1970s, the 1980s, the 1990s. Well, guess what? All that stuff is selling. If it's old-fashioned now and you don't wear it, sell it. Give yourself money for jewelry that's modernized, that the one piece you already wanted, the wish list, the ultimate collector's piece, right? That's all fine. Isn't that what's great about jewelry? Jewelry is so it appreciates in such a big way, but of course more so, yeah, gold does and diamonds do, and that's the basics. But then there's the exotic level of stones that you are going to have a chance to enter into tonight, which is really, again, those over-the-top, unusual. My question is this. If it's, because, I'm looking at $89.99 here. If that's a price tag that is to be discounted tonight, is that going to be of interest? Like, how low? We all understand the stone, I think, well enough to get a good idea of this is not exactly an inexpensive stone. It's quite the opposite. One of the rarest, one of the most expensive. If we can find a way to get far, 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 far from $89.99, would that be something you'd be interested in? White gold, yellow gold, or rose gold in your size, shipped to your house for free, all those freebies. We're not asking a penny extra for anything. Customization, sizing, shipping, no. Everyday affordable, everyday freebies, every day on the house, courtesy of us here to you, our TVON family. We really feel that way, and we feel strongly about that. Everything should be done just as if we treat you and we believe and we regard you all as family members. And we may have never met in person, and you know what? You're still a family member to us. We give you the values like you would a family member. We make sure everything is done to perfection, and yet it's not going to be $89.99. The only way to do this would be to put it on the auction block, and that hasn't had a lot of action tonight, but I think it will if we go extremely low on the most important stone that is really just beloved and really enjoyed. And if it's your first intro, if this is your very first foray into the world of Paraíba, welcome. Isn't it a beauty? I know my reaction when I first saw it way back when in 2004 was, it was immediate. It was that immediate, innate, oh my goodness, I've never seen anything like it, because what else gives you this color? Turquoise, but that's an opaque stone. So what else gives you that color with neon and flash and brightness and beauty and sparkle, all those things we want? Here's where you get it. And what can we do to make it interesting? Besides an auction, but where does the auction begin? What's going to get you interested? It's 50 points in diamonds and gold, so that mounting alone is over $3,500. What's going to get you interested? Is it only asking $2,000 for the stone and maybe go in $5,500? $5,500 open would probably get a lot of activity, but I'm going for a lot of activity because we got 26 minutes left in the show. So I'm thinking lower than 5,000. This is the iconic, the ultimate, and this is not the one you're saving. You wear it every day. I have a 10 carat, I don't wear it every day. And I'm not afraid of wearing big jewelry. I like big jewelry. I wear big jewelry every day. I'm not wearing my 10 carat Paraíba every day just because it's also too valuable. I don't want to leave it somewhere or risk it, getting out of my hands and into somebody else's. So I love this size for just, it's tailored, it's classic, it's a setting style that we've all been looking at for a lot of decades. What if we go, do you have somebody on the phone lines? What are they thinking? I can just take their advice. What do you want to do? $4,000? We're getting warmer, aren't we? Warmer to what? Warmer to a value that we've never seen before. What about 35? Too low. That's the mounting price. So that's already under the price of the mounting by itself. So the Paraíba right now is free. And I know we did some free diamonds earlier. I had free diamonds in a Tahitian pendant. I had free diamonds in a Tanzanite earring. And now we have a free Paraíba. I love free diamonds, but free Paraíba is a different level. 35, it will not be. Let's try to get everybody on the phone lines here and get some action on the phone lines here. Action on the auction. We like the sound of that. What about $3,000 to start? It's so little to spend on such a great stone. I know I'm biased because it is my favorite. And I never mean to put my biases onto you guys. I love this stone, but it's a love that is not just based on the very, very subjective, ooh, I like it, I think it's pretty. It is a love that's also rooted in an appreciation for the fact this was discovered in 1989, the fact that a few short later it was gone. There were only 3 sources ever in the world. That was Brazil and Nigeria and Mozambique, and that was it, as far as what we know of today. So all of that appreciation into its rarity, into the coveted nature, the color that is so beautiful that I find very something. Not soothing is not the right word because it's very bright, it's lively, it's neon, but there is something very special, and I think it's the fact that no other stone really gives you this look. And 3,000 we don't have. Okay, well, that's why I was asking you earlier, do you like it? I don't know. This one may stay with us, but I've done a number here. We've now basically taken 500 plus off the mounting. The stone is still free. We're doing all the extra freebies for free. So there's a lot of value built in, and I'd only be asking for $10 on the increment, which doesn't matter one bit right now. Let's see if we get that started with 60 seconds with a $10 increment, but it doesn't matter till we get the open. But that is a small, small, small price to pay for anything in the world of Paraíba, but especially the coveted best of blue greens that are ultimately neon like this one is. I mean, I shouldn't be totally shocked. There are two mandarins that are still sitting here. That was where I knew, wow, that's a little bit surprising. Just hang out, talk amongst yourselves, give it a good look, think about it. We're verifying, but it's, I'm at a loss here. If we were to get that open, I'm at a substantial loss. And this isn't a loss leader. I don't have 18 of them to sell. I can't just sit here and say, we'll make it up in volume. Can't do that. It's a no, or it's a maybe. I'll take a maybe at this point. I'll take a verifying. Okay, it's Wednesday night. We're about to wrap it up in 22 minutes. We have a couple people out there thinking about it. There's more callers dialing. Oh, good. We got more callers dialing in. I don't know if this makes a difference, but I think it's going to make a big difference. I'm going to go even lower. And I'm talking to I've got literally, looks like 4 people talking about this ring right now, just discussing this ring. I'm going to make this more interesting. We're not starting at $3,000. Hold that bid. Hold that open. We're not starting at 3 or 29 or 28 or 27. This just became the most incredible night ever. June 24th, 2026, 62426. Sounds like a phone number. Missing just a few digits. Yeah, that's the one you give to the guy that's coming on and you're like, no, yeah, my number is 310, 63, what was it? What are we doing? Oh yeah, 624. Just do the date and add a couple numbers, you know, the date and your birthday, today's date and your birthday, and there's your phone. Whatever you need to do, but this has never happened. This is history being made right now. It's being made. And I'm not asking for 27 or 26. And now we are, well, we're about $1,000 away from the mounting. Paraíba free. Somebody give me a free Paraíba. I want a free Paraíba. Let's do this, guys. $2,600 to open. The increments will be $10. We're going to keep that low. We're going to keep that microscopic. We're keeping the increments at $10. Keeping it simple. So if you're not, don't get too depressed if you're not the open, because we may have the open. But I'm going to go to $2,500. 25. 25 doesn't buy you the mounting. 25 doesn't buy you the stone by itself. It would probably pay for the labor. Yeah, it'd probably pay for the labor. The stuff we never even talk about. The labor, someone putting that together by hand, that stone pulled out of a private collection, and then design. And this is a more elongated oval. That's why it's looking bigger. If you're wondering, like I was, because I look at the jewelry before I look at the information, I'm going, wait a minute, 50 points? I thought it was a 1 carat all day. That's because of the elongation of the oval. So here's what I'm going to do. Tony, I haven't heard open yet. Have you guys? I mean, you'd hear it. If somebody was screaming open, you'd hear it. Because my people are live here in the studio with me. So we haven't heard open yet. Let's give it 60 seconds to get it started. If I don't get the open, I don't know. We'll figure out something else to do. We'll tell jokes. We'll talk stories. I'll tell you how well my day at the dentist went yesterday. Okay, whatever we want to talk about. We can do question and answers, whatever. We can do whatever. But $2,500 and 40 seconds remaining to get this started. You know what the worst part is for me? It's that I'm now giving you the impression this is a $2,500 ring. There's no hope. Now I've given you the impression that this mounting is $2,500 and that Paraíbas are $2,500. And now all the people that are watching, which is probably a few more than are even potentially bidding, are going, oh, I guess that's a $2,500 ring. It's not. It's a $9,000 ring. And we're okay. We don't have 25. I'm literally, I'm stuttering. I'm at a loss for words here. I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say at this point because this is so bonkers. And so doesn't make any sense. I don't know what kind of world I'm living in right now. But do we have the open at 25 or no? All I heard was oh, we do have it. Okay. So it just became official. I got the thumbs up. Okay, so I don't know if it's really thumbs up because we're going this way in price tag, thumbs down in price tag. We're so far away from cost, it doesn't matter at this point. So we're going to give it a final 2 minutes. That's it. We got the open, 25. And clearly, I'm going to need to find something else to show you. That's not mandarin and not Paraíba, which are two of the rarest stones on the planet that are more pricey than anything else out there. And I have managed to somehow tonight make them extremely affordable. The mandarins that I had were $19.99. We'll recap those. The Paraíba, which is even more rare, is now $2,500. And we do have the open, so we will sell it in 2 minutes. And you got 2 more minutes to dial in. And we only have 18 minutes left in the show. So let's take one last look at it. 2 minutes, and please don't delay on dialing in. Don't wait till the last second of the clock because it'll be too late. You got to call in now. And remember, this mounting is also even finished on the inside. Look at that. When do you see a signature mounting like that where it's actually finished and all done beautifully, where it's all finished to make sure that it's still comfortable? Always got to be comfortable. I want you to wear this every single day of your life. I want you to wear this. I want you to enjoy this. Don't worry about it. Just wear it and enjoy and smile when you look down at your hand, because not only do you have a beautiful stone and one of the rarest in the world, but you also got one of the biggest values that in 26 years I have ever shown in the world of Paraíba, and I've been lucky enough to be showing them on national TV for the last 22 of those years. It's incredible because remember, they weren't around before that. This is kind of, it's not like they pop up in 1989 and they immediately go to a shopping network. These newer stones and these newer discoveries, it takes time. And in 1989, they had to do, remember, it's years and years of research, even just discovering what exactly is it and doing all the chemical testing and all that really comprehensive testing that's required to know exactly what it is you're dealing with in the first place. When it's a new stone and you've never seen it before, you got to go through a lot. So it's not like it debuted in a store in 1989. It took years and years and years and years to even show up to the world of refined jewelry on TV. So that's really why, again, 2004 is when I started bringing it. We've never seen a value like this. Are we at, okay, so we're just hanging out at 25 with 25 seconds left. All right, so it looks like it's our very last call. I don't know if anyone is coming in, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like this may be going at the open. What a moment. What a value. And what a congratulations I'm going to be saying right here, because this is exactly why, this is the proof here of why you can never miss a show. You just never know what is going to happen. Let's show you a recap of what I have here from the show from earlier, because we got some pieces to get out the door. And this one is once, twice, 3 times. It is sold. Congratulations. That is gone. Well done. And here is a recap. I've got an unheated, untreated Windsor sapphire for $999. This wheel is going to have everything from $999 all the way on up to $88.88. Here's my other $999 selection. It's a gorgeous golden tourmaline. That's called a jaunite. Gorgeous golden, isn't it? Really rich, intense, deep colors. Golden, marigold, sunflower, yellows. There's my opal, Australian crystal opal. We're still hanging out, though, under $2,500. Here's my $19.99 turquoise. It also has 99 points in diamonds. I have the cornflower blue sapphire, an incredible 2-carat 68. This one shocked me how it lasted even through the first presentation. I'm surprised. But there's our cornflower blue 268, all natural and heated and treated stone as well. There they go. This is quite the, I'll rearrange here because I realized that one's got to go in the front. This one's got to go in the middle, because that's the big one there. And then we'll just build around it. There's your cornflower, your jaunite. Here's our Windsor sapphire, 2 colors in one, unheated, untreated stone. I also happen to have the big trillion cut tansy. Here's that 7-carat 39, and this is a great way to also see what you may have missed if you tuned in a little later to our show. And then, of course, we can't forget the mandarins. We got the mandarin garnets here, two of which, well, there were 3 on a wheel. We had the emerald cut here. There's our emerald cut in 18 karat gold. Here's the round in the bridge, which has almost a carat in diamonds. 95 points to be exact on your carat weight in that bridge of that mandarin. I know the wheels, I apologize. It shakes a lot when it bounces. It bounces and it does all kinds of weird things. So it's just the wheel, bear with it. But look at that. Isn't that something there? Quite a selection, lots of beautiful colors. There's price points everywhere on this wheel from $9.99 on up. And so you've got some really affordable options there to choose from, and I hope you will. And then, of course, our Mahenge Spinel, which it's a leaner because it's just this really gigantic marquise cut. But there's our Mahenge. That's our museum masterpiece. Also still hanging out here is the museum masterpiece Mahenge Spinel, which is down to just $88.88. So something to consider there if you're loving also the pink and the white diamonds around it. And then we do have, I'll just mention this because there's a demontoid bracelet here, and it's demontoids by the yard. So we've all heard of diamonds by the yard, but demontoids out of Russia, a little bit different. Let me show this to you on the wrist because this one's not going to sit as well against all of our rings, but look how pretty that is. When you've got demontoids, and they're, as usual, they're all bezel set, all scattered around this bracelet. I'll show you the entire length of the bracelet so you can see how many stones there are. And this is a lovely stackable bracelet. It's going to be, I don't know what the item number is. It's 112-7689. In the yellow gold only, it'll go right out to you. It has a total of, you'll see the clasp enclosure here on one side is the lobster claw, and then you're going to have some adjustability here. But there are 2, 4, and of course, that's going to be your 5 different demontoids there. So 5 stones bezel set, giving you 38 points, and then this is where you get the adjustability. So you'll notice there are 3 different O-rings, so it can be anywhere between 7, 7.5, and 8. So if you do use the smaller lengths, you'll have a little bit of drape of extra chain, not something that's, you know, cumbersome or in the way at all. It's a nice, you know, kind of daintier style. But this is quite the piece, and it's one of the most exotic stones in the world, and yet they're bezel set, and they're part of the green garnet family, but they're that ultimate neon, and they're from the original find in Russia. And here's what it looks like. This beautiful, buildable, stackable style. You can wear it alone or with other things, whatever you want to do there. But I'll tell you right now, some of the biggest pop of color you'll ever get is from Russian demontoid. And the entire bracelet, yellow gold only, is $888. So definitely affordable. I do believe that would be the second most affordable item of the night because we did have a pearl pendant earlier that was $699. So if you'd be interested in the Tahitian pearl, we had a $699 15mm Tahitian. Now I'm going to show you up close too. Just going to set this in front of you so you can really see the color, because how else are you going to see that color? There's that brightness I was telling you about. It is the ultimate neon. That is not your basic green color. It's not even a vibrant emerald green. It's beyond that. It really is a neon green, and it's only $888 for the demontoid bracelet. Only yellow, but you can choose as many as you'd like because we actually have a couple here. So they're made up and ready to go, and it just goes right out to you for $888 to get really rarity times 5. You have the 5 stones that all match to perfection. So we would love to get that one a home, or really the couple that we have here. And then we do have a little tanzanite for the end of the show too. Something you haven't seen throughout the show as of yet. So let's remove all of those gorgeous pieces. Again, that's your last and final look there of our recap for the evening of, I'll tell you, where I would go, I just go right to that cornflower. Every time, a 268 cornflower. Remember, we have $9.99 selections like the Windsor or this golden tourmaline in the back. We got to move everything on the wheel before the night ends. That is 10 minutes away. Don't forget to call in the Russian demontoid. Want to make sure you're able to get that bracelet in solid gold, 14 karat, yellow gold. Getting a bracelet for $888, not something you're able to do in the gold world very often. And then we have an incredible tanzanite for you, a 348. For the end of the show, we just saw that big trillion is up there. That's the 7 karat. I'm going to show you this glittering cushion cut with, look at all those reds. This is still to come. We haven't seen that yet, so it's not part of our recap, but it will be coming up as our grand finale of a Wednesday night. And we are really busy on our phone lines right now. So I'm just waiting to hear what the requests are. We'll try things on, give you the updates on the item number and the information. As you call in, we just can't get anyone through at the moment. We're very, very busy. So bear with us. Don't hang up. We will get you through here And this one, I wish it wouldn't lean, but there it is. There it is straight up. So you can see what that merengue does. That's our 3 carat of 6, largest merengue here. 88.88 for the museum masterpiece. Must go. There's the must go piece. We are 9 minutes away though, so really have to make those selections in a hurry and get them at home and then decide. Like I say, these are money back guarantee pieces, so you're not making the final decision here tonight. You're getting it at home, seeing what it looks like, seeing what it feels like, and then deciding. So many beautiful pieces up there, and they're all so rare. You know, no matter how affordable it is, they're all rare. It's giving you tremendous rarity up here on this wheel. All right, we all set? Okay, so let's show you this tanzanite. Got to make sure I have enough time for this grand finale. $19.99 for our mandarins. There were 2 up there, so 2 to choose from in the mandarin family. Consider those, whether you want to go with the emerald cut or the round, 2 really rare cuts. Yes. I figured that. I was just about to pick it up and go, you know what, that one's going to be gone, and it is. 113-1530, the item number on the cornflower. Congratulations on heated cornflower, no less. Then we got our $9.99 Jonite. We have the $9.99 Windsor. There you can see the purple with the red and the pink together. Here's the $19.99 turquoise with 99 points in diamonds. Our Trillion Tanzanite, our opal out of Australia. That's some wild color, every color. And then let's get to that Tanzanite grand finale before we run out of time. 113-1592, a really special cushion cut, rectangular cushion cut. Gives you that nice elongation we love. It's a 348, look at this, and stacks of diamonds along the sides as well. Really important 3 carat 48 stone. Look at that, just a master cut there. It's a really well done double prongs there. It shows you how big that stone is at 3.5 carats. And then you do have this diamond weight at 45 points. It's a triple, I call it the staircase design. It's triple stacked on either side. Really precious and important material here. And yet, I'm going to give it away for the end of the night. We got 7 minutes left, and no doubt we're going to have some last minute requests too in the show. Want to show this to you on. You're going to choose your gold color and ring size. Here's what it looks like from a distance. So it's no small ring, but keeps it all really concentrated to the stone and what's on the sides. And that's really impressive with that triple row. They're going to descend in size a little bit as far as the length of the diamonds you have. The diamonds themselves stay the same size. 45 points there, looking marvelous, doesn't it? And that one's going to be, how can we make this fast and easy? Auctions are done for the night. I've lost enough money on auctions tonight, wouldn't you say? If you've seen any of them, especially if you've participated, you know I've lost plenty of money on the auctions, but I can lose money faster is the point. I don't have to do an auction to lose money. I can do it right now for the end of the show as we have 6 minutes left to go. Here's your last call, and let us know if you have any other questions or requests for the evening. We've got more time to show them right now, but that won't be the case in about 5 minutes. So let me know what you'd like to see and like to pick up before we go tonight. Then we'll be back tomorrow. We'll do it again tomorrow from 5 to 8 Pacific time tomorrow for our Thursday as well. But this is, wow. Let's take the $49.99 and just drop it. Get it all the way down and out of here in a hurry. No doubt it's going to go. This is our best of the best, and it is our Blue Wing. It's not just our best of the best. It's the world's best of the best. There is no better tanzanite in the world than Blue Wing Block T. And of course, our museum reserve variety. So let's take it even lower and not ask for 49 or 39 or 29. White, yellow, rose, gold. Let's keep on going. We got the end of the show. 5 minutes left to go. Any requests you have, get them in now. Got to make sure you do that now. We're running out of time, and we need to, obviously, the whole reason doing a show and a TV show and a live show with you here joining us in the moment live is to show you what the pieces look like as best you can ever see them, and honestly, better than you're ever going to see them at home either. With these magnified views, best look at your jewelry ever. There's your triple stack in diamonds, just on the east and west sides. Let's not even do $24.99. We got to move it out really, really quickly for the end of the night here, and what a finale this is on a 3.5 carat. In a remarkable, this does a lot what the ovals do, where it's more elongated cushion, not square, so that gives you that presence, where it also does visually, it plays that great trick of the eye, where you do have that really special larger look. So I hope you don't mind a 5 or a 6 carat look, because it tends to look a little more like that when it's on the hand. We're going to go even lower than 24 or 23. Here we are, last couple of minutes left to go. and gonna make sure it does just that. It's gonna go right now. This is still, our must go is here. Our Museum Merengue is still here. So that's the one you gotta call me on. That Museum Merengue is no doubt gonna go before the end of the day here, but we're also doing this one for better than 23 or 22. I told you I can lose money. All night. Here we go. Not 22 or 21 or 2,099. How about this? This is why you stayed to the end. $1,999 for the 348. And perfect stacks of diamonds right there lining up along the sides, stacking on down, graduating in their length. $19.99 gets it to you. There is nothing to wait on at this point. Just get the ring in your favorite gold color, and that'll be gone. We have 3 minutes left to go. Let me know if there's anything else you want to ask about or see one more time. If you have questions, want to see the graphics, want to see it on the hand, got to do it now. Make sure you do. We also have this really, really important. Remember the leopard opal earrings? Can I show those one more time? Because I didn't get a chance to recap those on that big wheel. Here they are, because they're really bigger than everything else on that wheel. This was the leopard opal earring. Did you miss them? We have the leopard opals. I'm going to show them to you on the hand because that's the only way to really just discern how large these are. But they are something. Omega back styling here as well. So that means 4 pierced ears, but they're going to have this omega backing to them. And then wait till you see, they're also cushion cuts. They're more, they're also elongated cushion cuts. I just cannot get over what we did here on these leopard opals. And with the popularity that you guys have, you've shown us, you've loved the leopard opals. Look at these, just in case you missed them. They were early on here tonight. Aren't those fabulous? That's 25 carats 34 of leopard opals in coordinating cushion cuts. And they have omega backings. And look, you can see the color from the back as well. And so when you see what we're doing price-wise, goodness gracious, so hard to hold. I just don't want to get my other tweezers out, and it's easier to do them this way, but let me show you what they do when they match up. And obviously they're sitting at different levels here, but look at that. That's a really wild design, bezel set in gold. That's going to be $26.99 for those leopard opals as we have our final 2 minutes remaining. So just a reminder, you're getting over 12 carats in each, 12 and a half plus. So you get about $12.60 each there, and they are fabulous, and they just are these like tablet designs. And there's a lot of tablet jewelry where it's like a tablet shaped ring. This is really that same design, but in the cut of the stone. All the colors, this is that only out of one source, only out of Sinaloa, Mexico, just like the red barrels are only out of Utah. The same thing here, only one source in the world has produced this variety of opal, but those are some really large and really amazing earrings. So $26.99, just want to remind you about those as we go back to our Tanzanite and take a look at the $19.99 Tanzanite deal that we have. I would love to invite you to join me tomorrow for another big 3 hours of jewelry. Got a lot of brand new coming up tomorrow as well. And a big Thursday. And listen, you never know what you're going to see, so you got to tune in to find out, because those of you that don't tune in tend to miss out on some very important things. So we hope to see you tomorrow night. We start the show at 5 p.m. Pacific, 7 Central Time, and 8 p.m. Eastern, and we got 3 hours. That's the same with every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday nights of our shows, and then our weekends are the daytime shows on Saturday and Sunday. So here's a last look at this Tanzanite, $19.99. That is a huge value for a 348. We usually see it's a great value for a 2 carat. So to be able to see something of this size for that price tag of under $2,000 is really impressive. We are here for a couple minutes. After we go off the air in 20 seconds, we'll be here for a couple minutes on the phone lines. Pick up the phone, dial in. Let us know if you have any questions or would like to pick up any of our pieces from tonight, including that incredible Merengue Museum masterpiece. Somebody's got to have that 3 carat. Call me. We'll help you out. Thank you again so much from all of us here at TVON. I'm Lauren Blair. I wish you a great rest of your evening and a great Thursday, and we'll see you tomorrow, 5 o'clock.